Here we go.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Okay.
It's Jose. Revenge of the Fifth.
It's not the 5th. What is it? The 24th.
Well, it's the 5th episode.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
It
you.
makes sense.
Shit, man.
Roll it back. I believe you.
Okay. I'm your captain, Jose. To my right, I got my co-captain.
I'm not responding to that.
Rory's co-captain, Zach.
Damn
And then
it.
in front
Wait,
of me...
did you say Rory's co-captain Zach?
Yeah, he's not my co-captain anymore.
Oh,
He
okay.
refuses to acknowledge the title.
I'm not Rory's co-captain either.
So is that like the chain of command goes this way now?
Well, it's all even. It was a triangle, but it's kind of split now. There's a rift.
Someone's like the tip of the flying V essentially.
Yeah. It's like Haunted Mansion when you see the statues. It's a triangle, but you can see it in every direction.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
But who's in the flying V? When does
It
Goldberg,
depends on which direction the V is moving.
Well,
But when does Goldberg come out of the goalpost and hit the hockey puck into the opposing team's goal?
was he still wearing his goalie shit when he did that?
No, it was someone else pretending to be him.
Oh, was it
Was it the girl?
Cat?
No, it was
Cat?
no, it's the guy with the knuckle puck.
Oh,
Was it
Kenny.
him?
I think so. Yeah.
Kenny, the Asian guy.
No, the
No, he's
knuckle
not
puck
Asian.
was Keenan.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was Kenny?
He was the Olympic skater, I think. I don't know. I know a guy who looks similar to Kenny. That's the reason I'm saying it.
I don't know. That was a,
What
that was a fun
happened?
movie.
What happened?
Let's talk. Let's just talk Mighty Ducks. How fucked up is it that Coach Bombay got like?
Wait, did we introduce Rory? That's Rory. He's drinking a cranberry vodka.
It's Powerade Zero.
That's a cranberry.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
How fucked up is it that Coach Bombay first Mighty Ducks, right? Sir, we pulled you over for drunk driving, endangering the peace.
Yeah, that was a kid's
violent
movie.
and really putting people in danger. You know what? Putting you in charge of a little league team.
Yeah, take care of them.
That's
This is the way to give back to community. Let's put you in charge of kids.
you sir with the drinking problem who thinks drinking while driving is a good idea. We're gonna put you in charge of children now.
Well, his limo driver drove the limo on a frozen pond also, like an idiot.
So what you're saying is all the adults in that movie were dumb.
Yeah,
the
pretty
90s was a different time.
much. It was. You could get away with shit.
Well,
And
90s
it
was
was
just
safety regulations.
90s was like the decade of like dumb adults.
I think that was the 70s.
No, well, I don't know, because 80s was the decade of like homicidal teen bullies.
70s was like everyone's on drugs.
Yeah. 80s still kind of, but it started petering off in the 90s when it started to be like, you know what, maybe drugs are kind of not great.
Maybe we want to live till, 60 at the very least.
Yeah, but now it's like, we're at that time
And you
now
don't
where
want to go on a
everything's
murder
too
spree
offensive.
after smoking weed.
Or
That's
bath
right.
salts.
They get addicted. That person ate someone's face off.
Yeah.
They were on the bath salt.
Yeah.
Why is
We
that?
thought it was zombieism.
Why
we
is
thought
that,
it was happening.
Why is that the only?
I was hoping it was going to happen. I'm like, this is it.
That you were going to see the video?
I've been, no.
No, that it was
That
gonna
the
be
zombie
zombies.
apocalypse was happening.
Oh,
I was like, we've been waiting for it.
Well, here's the thing though. It was just like one guy, and he bit one person, and we got that shut down really quickly.
Yeah.
So I don't think the zombie apocalypse, if that's our test case, is really at risk of ever happening.
Well, it didn't spread.
yeah.
If,
Well,
if
but
bath
theoretically-
salts insanity spread through
Well,
biting
if-
people,
They stopped patient zero.
Well, they found patient zero, and he had already bitten someone, and they
that's
got.
what I'm saying. It
That's
doesn't
enough to
spread.
face.
I know, but I'm saying when they found that other person,
They
they
took him out,
immediately
too.
took them to the hospital.
And
so
took
they
them out.
Well, they didn't take him out, but I mean, they locked them both down very quickly.
Oh, shit.
So my guess is, if the zombie apocalypse ever happened and someone goes around biting people, their first thing is going to be, okay, well, I guess it'll depend on how fast the zombification occurs. If it takes like a few hours to occur, like in some movies, then I think you'll lock it down pretty fast. If it's like instant, like I think 28 days later it was instant.
But see,
Almost
it
instant,
depends
yeah.
on how many people get bitten, and they're like, no, I'm fine. It's totally cool. Like, I'm going to be okay. And then they're just like incubating in their house, and someone like comes knocking on the door like, oh, it's housekeeping.
Pizza.
And then they open the fucking door, and they eat her, and then she becomes a zombie, and it spreads slowly like that. Because people are stupid, and they do stupid things.
Yeah.
Well, it also depends on what type of zombie it is. Are we talking 28 days later or Day of the Dead? Or Dawn?
If it's Day of
Dawn
the
of the Dead
Dead,
was almost the same, wasn't it?
No, Dawn. Well, I can't remember Day
The
of
mall one, right?
Because
they're crazy,
Well, the
too.
original Dawn of the Dead was just like slow moving zombies. Like
And I never got those because it was always a pack of zombies, and then someone's like, they're after me, and then they like book it down the street. They turn a corner, and they're still behind them. It's like they're moving very slow.
Yeah.
How are they keeping pace?
Well, they teleport.
yeah, like Jason. Well, it's like how does Jason like suddenly just pop into a room? It's because he's Jason. It's because it's a horror movie and it needs to happen.
I just think
I
they
don't
didn't.
like the
They didn't
logic.
really think about that shit
Yeah.
back in
You
like
don't-
the 40s and 50s.
you don't like
They're just
Jason?
it's scary.
Well, I don't
enough.
like the logic behind that.
You don't like the logic behind it?
Well, I don't like you breaking the logic.
Oh, that's just movies.
Yeah.
They gave him that power.
But I do that all the time. I always pick shit apart.
They gave him that power in the Jason Friday the 13th video game. He
What
can, like-
power?
Teleport?
Yeah, basically.
The fuck?
Because that was the only way to balance his character.
Yeah, otherwise he's just walking around while people are running, and it's like, well, this is very hard to keep up with people.
Is that the Friday the 13th game where like you're in the forest and you have to
There's a
like
campsite.
there's one Jason walking around trying to kill all the kids?
Yeah.
I've heard that's really fun.
But it's like $40 too, and I feel like just for an online game, like I can't do on.
If it was like free with live or free with gold or whatever, I'd try it out.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend the money for that and then just be disappointed.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard pretty good things about it, but it's not something I would like try. But speaking of zombies and Jason, I have been playing State of Decay
Ooh.
too.
Nice.
I downloaded it today. I haven't played it. I keep playing Path of Exiles. As soon as we wrap this up, I'm going to start it up.
I've read about
Start
it.
a Path of Exiles.
State of Decay.
So why don't we go into our weekend review? What did you do, Zach?
I played State of Decay.
Ah, okay. Well, you've been playing since like last week. You said.
Well, yeah, since I did the Ultimate Edition pre-order, so
Yeah.
I got access to it on Friday
What's in
or
that,
Thursday. What?
Huh?
Because it's normally a $30 game, right?
Yeah.
Then what's in the Ultimate Edition?
Well, it's that early access.
Oh, yeah.
That was the $50 one?
Yeah, season pass and free copy of the first Save Decay Year 1 edition, which I gave to Rory.
Okay.
So I definitely like some of the improvements. Still, there's like definitely some annoying bugs that just like launch game, that's gonna happen. But if you watch their streams, like the producers' streams, they give the reason as like no character customization because they want you to feel like each character-
playthrough is different.
Yeah, and that like each survivor you find is like their own person to have their own kind of like backstory, and that's told through traits. But
is this the one where like if you die, like that's it for that character?
yeah,
Okay, that sucks.
but at the same point, I think that's a mistake. And the reason I say that is because they give you so many opportunities to recruit people. Unless I put a lot of time into someone, when someone dies, I don't particularly care about it.
So is
Really?
it
Yeah,
is
well,
it if your main character dies, the story ends and you start over, or you
No, you
take
just
over
switch
one
to
of the
another
people
person.
that you've recruited?
you switch to another person.
Okay.
But it's
Huh.
like I've got a character who I've maxed out stats and stuff like that. I like min-maxed. He got really good traits. He rolled really well. He's really good with weapons. And if that character dies, I'm gonna be like, oh damn it, and then I'll just be upset because my most useful character died.
Then get good.
But if one of the other characters who I haven't really touched dies, then I'm just going, yeah, I'll just find another one. In like
do you
5
get
minutes.
into the situation where like your one character is really good and then they die and you have to roll back to a character that's not developed at all, and the rest of the zombie world is like really high level and now you're fucked? Or does it all kind of scale?
No. So I don't know quite how the scaling works yet. I've been told it's
Wait, how many hours have you put in this game?
700.
Well, that's no.
It's mathematically
plausible.
possible. I did the math. It works out.
I want to say 20.
Okay.
In 4 days? 5 days?
Yeah.
Well, there's a weekend.
Well, it's more like a week, right? Because I got last Thursday.
I thought it came out the 20th.
We had early access.
Oh, that's true. Okay, never mind.
So I think the best understanding I have of it so far is that it works based essentially on in-game currency.
Okay.
So the more you accumulate, it keeps a running tab of totals you've accumulated, and increases danger based on how much you have, because it assumes you'll be able to like deal with it.
So if like a really high level character dies, that total goes down kind of?
No, so the in-game currency is just called influence. So if you have amassed a high level of influence, even if that character dies, you still have that same level. So the danger level is constant.
That's what I mean. Like, is that you raise it to a certain point and then you die and you roll back to a shitty character that can't keep up with that danger level.
I mean, there are always ways to like try and keep up with it. You just have to be like smart about it. But
So you can get into a situation where you fuck yourself over because you're not developing any other characters.
yeah,
Okay.
Huh. I hate that shit. But well, you back into the corner. I mean, like,
but like a game like XCOM, which I've told you two about a lot, because
Yeah.
I'll make all of us a game,
yeah.
and then
Not my favorite game that you make us in.
well,
He always makes me a demolition specialist. I'm perfectly happy with that.
yeah. And I gave him a big like fat cigar as he's like gunning people down with a Gatling gun.
Yep.
All right.
So
Just living my best life in that game.
yeah, I made your beard equally as amazing.
Okay.
So see in XCOM, when I make you guys, if like one of you dies, I'm like, well, no, I'm not allowed.
Restart.
I'm not allowing that to happen.
Escape, load, previous checkpoint.
Basically, yeah.
You know, that's what pissed me off in Valkyria Chronicles. Specifically, there was 3 Skies of Arcadia people, and I lost one of them, and she died. I'm like, fuck. And like, I was like, man, I spent like an hour on this fucking map. Like, do I want to restart this? I just never went back there because I was so pissed off.
Oh. Well, but see, with Stave Decay, it does a pretty good job of like, and this is probably more my not understanding how Xbox apps work.
Okay. Yeah, it's
But-
annoying.
So, because if I just say like quit and go to main menu, that doesn't like shut off the app.
Okay.
That's just putting the app in like pause mode, basically. So that when that's like the Xbox feature, so you can like
Yeah,
turn
it's
it off and
suspended.
then come back to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So-
Well, PlayStation has that too, right? You just hit the home button and you're back at the home.
Yeah, but it's a bit easier to get around because you can directly say close this app. But
I remember when I had to test those features. It fucking sucked.
I haven't played Xbox in a long time, so I'm still not sure how to like fully close things.
Yeah.
But they do a much better job in that game of you really only have you don't have like any optional save files. It's just one constant save that's constantly being overwritten.
Okay.
So if something happens, it automatically saves if a character dies. So you can't just hit restart and go back and save that character.
Oh wow.
So if I was allowed to make like characters in that game and make it like based off of us, I would feel like a lot more like
More of a sense of like.
It's like
more-
hardcore
like a
Diablo.
sense of a danger. Yeah, like
Yeah.
because
I guess that's kind of cool.
and given you can do that in XCOM and I just choose not to.
Yeah.
But then every encounter, you have to act like it's the final boss.
That's
Yeah.
why I hate that shit in Fire Emblem. I always turn that feature off.
Oh yeah.
Because whenever I have like friendly fire stuff like that, like I get too like
Like,
tense
you wanna
about it,
kill
and it's just
somebody?
like, what?
I was thinking of Fortnite.
Oh.
So I mean, I think if they let you customize characters in future games, so you could like add in yourself or your friends, I think that would be more fun for me.
Yeah.
But based on how they've been going about it, I don't know if that's because they have like a weird trait system in it that I don't know how they balance that with created characters.
It's like random.
Yeah, they're random, but some of them are like super overpowered, and they're good and bad traits. So, like one trait's called, I'll just say as a baseline, you start with 100 stamina, 100 health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a trait called indestructible, and the
I
trait
like that song.
it's just flat, just plus 45 health, 50% reduction in damage.
Okay.
So that's like an amazing trait to have just to start off with, because then you're like, I don't really need to worry about things. But
So you get it right off the bat.
if you roll it,
Oh, okay.
because there are like they said there are like 1,200 traits in the game, I think.
What?
God damn.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's how they tell the story of each character.
It's too many.
So
That
there's
seems
like
way too many.
Yeah, it's like.
It's like, what are you good at? Climbing trees. What are you good at?
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
was-
worked in a shipping depot. I can put the I can put the boxes.
and that is
In the
that's
sewers.
stuff that I'll have in there. Yeah,
It's
because like
so weird.
like for the tree climbing one, it might say, okay, you can increase your cardio skill faster.
You know, I don't remember what game it
so
was.
it's 1,200 traits, but really they're funneled into like 10 different attributes.
Well, there's stuff like you won't get, because some of the bad traits like you won't gain this XP as quickly, or you get this better, and stuff like that.
It's their easy way of saying, look at how much shit we have that really kind of does all the same shit.
Yeah, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's how they bump their numbers for PR. I know. I get
Well,
it.
yeah, but that's like, any game. It's
Yeah.
like whenever you see a
But
fight,
that's why whenever I hear an insane number like that, I'm like, no, really, tell me what you. Tell me
Well,
what
it's
you
like
really
anytime
mean.
It's
you
like
see
Borderlands, like we have a million guns. It's like, well, it's like
it's
electrical gun.
It's
in
possible. Yeah,
It's almost
possible
like, hey, we
combinations.
have 52 different guns with 52 ways it's customized. It's like we have more guns than the universe has atoms.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's such a shitty PR thing. You're like, oh.
Well, I mean, that's every game, though. That's like any
Yeah.
fighting game will say, like, and I always saw this, like, with Dragon Ball Z games.
Huh.
It's always like, oh, over 50 characters. I'm like, character total, 51. I mean, that's technically over 50
Yeah,
characters,
you're not
yes.
wrong.
See, that's more understandable because like it is over 50.
Yeah, but it's still
But like,
making it, like,
where's the under?
yeah.
Under
it's-
52 characters.
Well, they'll never say under, because that's inherently a bad thing.
It's a
So-
negative
Well, like
connotation.
WWE, they have like 4 versions of fucking Stone Cold.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
old Stone Cold,
Well,
Stone Old.
yeah. Well, I know I think in one Dragon Ball Z games, they did kind of change that bit where they said we have 40 base form characters. Which, if you know Dragon Ball Z, you know there are a lot of characters that
So
have
are
like
they
a
talking,
fuck
like,
ton of transformations.
Goku, then another character is Super Saiyan Goku.
So they have
Well,
like
so
if
four
they
say, like,
different Gokus, and they have Son Goku, and then they have like Chibi Goku.
So when that was, I don't know, because there have been so many Dragon Ball Z fighting games, it's kind of like hard to keep track. Because in like Dragon Ball Z,
Fighter Z.
no, not Fighter Z,
Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, Xenoverse. They
you.
will do that where like each character is like kind of separate almost,
Okay.
or at
Then why would
least.
you just pick the fucking Super Saiyan?
Well,
do they
there's
have
so-
different
well,
movesets, or they're like
Some of
just
them have different movesets.
slightly changed? Like he has Kamehameha, but he has like a super Kamehameha. It's totally
mean,
worth
yes.
all the extra assets, even though it
yes.
does like slightly more damage, and his health is slightly less because we have to balance it.
Well, yeah. How else are you gonna represent a Super Saiyan God, right?
Well,
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan,
I like Super Saiyan Rose.
I don't like these
Rose-
blue-haired Super
excuse
Saiyans
me.
now.
Super Saiyan Rose. Yeah,
Whatever.
Wait, what?
it's called
It's-
Super Saiyan Rose.
And he's got like pink hair.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it
It's
stopped
Goku
at blue.
Black.
Now it went up to pink.
They got
This is-
everything.
this is
We're hitting the
specifically
whole
a different
fucking
guy.
rainbow, all 7
Oh.
colors.
This is a guy who's called Zamasu. He's like evil Goku, basically.
Okay.
Which
Goku
is inherently
Black.
like a fun idea. I think, yeah, Goku Black.
Is he like stupid like Goku?
No, he's smart.
Well, that's not fun.
He's like evil. If Goku was like more menacing.
Actually, you know, I think Boo was stupid Goku.
Like the Fat Boo?
Fat Boo more so than anything, but they all were a little fucking weird.
I like the Buff Boo. I didn't like Kid Boo.
Well, Fat Boo was also just kind of fun.
Yeah.
Or I should say he got fun. When he was like old
like,
around, he's
"Boo,
like,
you're
nah, I'm just gonna
chocolate."
turn you into candy. It's like, that wasn't fun. Was Boo being like, I'm gonna play with this dog? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that.
I mean, technically, he's probably the most strong character if he can just turn people into candy.
Yeah.
But he just decided not to for some reason.
What did he
like-
get fucked up by? His other evil form?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it absorbed him, and then they became Super Boo.
Dragon Ball Z is one of those shows where like
It was
I
so
had a
good
very
as a kid.
love-hate relationship with it.
It was so good as a kid.
See, as a kid, even I didn't really like it, but then I would
I was
watch
fucking
some episodes like,
into
oh,
that so
badass,
much.
and then I fucking
Well, it's because they build up for like 15 episodes and then give you one 30-minute slot of just pure badassery.
yeah.
And then they build up for another 15 fucking episodes.
So what you're saying is they give you orgasm after orgasm.
But
They just jerk you off for 15 episodes,
just
and then
slow
finally they give it to you,
you just get slow jerked for fucking a little
Just
longer
fucking
than you'd want to.
edging for 3 months.
And
Well,
like, yeah, the
I will-
payoff's good,
I will say,
but
If you, I mean, I don't like Akira Well, I like Akira Toriyama as a writer because he's not
Yeah.
a great writer. He's good at making.
You like him because he's not great?
Well, because I don't want to say like I don't like Akira Toriyama because I
Okay.
do like him. Like I like his work.
is he dead?
No, he's still
No.
alive.
Who's the dead guy?
What?
For Dragon Ball Z, somebody died, right?
Oh no, you're thinking of Bulma's voice actress.
Oh,
No,
that's
not
sad.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The Japanese or the English?
Didn't one of the writers die and the son had to take over and made a shitty sequel, GT?
Are you thinking of Shigeru Miyamoto?
I don't know. Anyway,
I know who you're thinking. Well, no one died.
someone
the guy,
died.
That's racist,
Tori-
just because they're Asian.
Toriyama was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then Funimation. And
Oh, was
then-
that it? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then Shonen Jump was like, well, we still want money, so we're gonna do
Question.
Dragon Ball GT.
Did the Naruto writer ever get around to making Mafia? Because we were
No.
psyched about Mafia in literally 10th grade.
No.
Yeah, it was done
And
by
we were
Take
like,
Two Games.
it was like 10th grade or 11th grade, and I remember like he was like,
Shut
oh,
up,
I want to
Jose.
wrap up Naruto because I want to do Mafia. And I remember you and me were like, oh, fucking Mafia,
What
yeah.
the fuck is Mafia?
No one knows because it's never seen
No,
the
they
light of
did.
day.
Yeah,
They,
for it.
they did. He did release a one shot for it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
And
Where's
did it
that
just
crazy
fall on
hair
his
right
face?
now?
I mean, I think for what he's done in the past, his former audience would not have followed it. Because, like, there is a very... If I'm recalling the one shot correctly, there's a very strong implication that the main character, like, brings this girl in and she gets, like, raped.
Oh.
And the main character's like,
yeah.
he eventually is like, oh, I guess I should do something about this.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, but I mean, one shots are so like weird because if you go back and read the like Naruto one shot,
Yeah.
it's not like he's
It doesn't really represent it at all.
Yeah,
Because like even the first episode of Naruto, the very first episode, is so shitty compared to like anything that came after it.
yeah,
It's like a really bad pilot, like a year prior.
yeah.
I'll go over watch
But
it.
so like my opinion on Akira Toriyama is not like it's not like George Lucas where I think he's like a dumb. I just think he's like a dumb writer. I don't
George
really
Lucas.
Yeah. Like Akira Toriyama is really good at making moments,
Okay.
and I think that's what people remember Dragon Ball Z for.
Yeah.
But
He's just not good at getting there and making it like, you know, clip along. Like, hey, let's fucking go. You don't need to like yell at the TV for 4 episodes while everyone's going like, oh my god, a power up.
yeah, he's
Ah, and everyone's taking a shit
Mario
for
and
5
Dragon Ball
episodes.
Z.
well, he's also. I don't know. It's hard. He's you know how George R. R. Martin says like he has trouble keeping track of his own characters, so he'll reference wikis to like remind himself like here's.
I didn't need to hear that.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
when-
fucking amateur shit. I don't like
well,
that.
when you've made like I don't know
Minus
100
10
characters,
respect.
Whose fault is that?
yeah.
Hmm?
But he's said he's like tries to keep track of stuff. But Akira Toriyama's like that, except he doesn't try and keep track of stuff.
See, but when you have that many characters and then you start making connections, like the crazy fans are like, oh, this is shitty writing. They could have done it this way.
Well-
when in reality, he's like, I never fucking thought of that because I have
Here-
too many characters.
I get that though, that mentality. I'm gonna reference Star Wars because I feel like that's how I am with Star Wars. I'm like, fuck this sucked, and I feel like that's how Ryan Johnson fucked up Last Jedi. And again, like I've stated at work, I will dance on his grave.
Jeez.
That
That's why we didn't talk about Last Jedi last episode.
Well, here's my thing.
We said we were going to later.
And here's what I was thinking with
Didn't
that,
we?
right? And again, I feel like he's a fan who, like, if you gave one of us control over a Star Wars film, that's what it would become. Compared to J.J. Abrams, where he wrote Star Wars and, like, what do people like about Star Wars? I'm not necessarily a fan. And he kind of incorporated that. If that makes
well,
sense.
I know he did specifically say that episode 7 was just like a redo almost.
Ryan
Okay.
Johnson?
No, J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. Because
Yeah.
he said, like,
I mean, it's pretty
Wait-
much New Hope.
yeah. And he said that was very intentional.
Yeah,
That's
because I
fine.
mean, the way that I kept hearing it explained is like you have to basically give the fans what they know, but just show that you can do it in a new way,
Yeah.
but not depart so much that people are like, this isn't the Star Wars I knew anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they had to play it safe to kind of get people on board, and then
And-
episode 8 they throw it all the fuck away.
Well, that's why you need to hire the same writer for 3 movies, and
Yeah,
not just
don't
a
do
separate
this.
Yeah,
guy.
and now J.J. Abrams has to come back for episode 9
Or at least-
and
or at least
fucking
have-
wrap up everything that
Is
was thrown
Ryan
away.
Johnson involved with this next one whatsoever?
I don't think so. I think they gave him a trilogy. I don't know if
I
that's
think
still
that's-
standing,
right,
but
yeah.
there was talks that saying they signed him on
I'll
for
pass
like
on
an
that
HBO or Showtime or something like that, a trilogy of
Movies.
a new or, no.
I think
It's
it was a
really
new
new
Star Wars
saga,
trilogy.
right?
It wasn't just a trilogy.
Yeah.
Who was I thinking of a Star Wars TV show? The Game of Thrones guys.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
They were in talks of bringing like Star Wars as like a series.
I guess their weird drama of hey, what if
We're gonna see a lot of tits in that Star Wars. We're gonna see a lot of blue tits.
You know, I got very curious. So
Hold
I
on,
decided,
let me
Oh, yeah.
let me
You
wrap
want
up
to stop
my
us
thing,
at
your
blue
thing.
tits?
about
Let me go back to that real quick.
Well,
That's
yeah,
interesting.
The recap.
well because
Finish up here.
yeah, because we get like off track way too easily. We've diverted like 5 times in the past.
Where
10
did we
minutes.
start? Mighty Ducks?
Mighty
Yeah,
Ducks,
Mighty
the
Ducks.
State of Decay. Somehow we got the zombies, then Zach played State of Decay, to Dragon Ball Z. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
like
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama is a writer who will make a lot of stuff, but he doesn't keep track of it.
Okay.
And if you read interviews with him, he's just like
All over the place?
not necessarily that. He's just like it's like So, Akira Toriyama, what did you think about, like, introducing Super Saiyan 3? He's like, oh, well, when I originally made it, I called it Super Saiyan 2 because I forgot I'd already done Super Saiyan 2. And
That's 3 things,
What was
man.
Super Saiyan 2?
Super Saiyan 2 is spiky hair lightning.
They don't
what
have the
Gohan-
eyebrows.
Oh, that's the
No,
only
Super Saiyan
difference?
3 is
3 is no
eyebrows.
eyebrows? Okay.
I
Super
wonder if you
Saiyan
forgot
2
what 2
is
was.
Gohan when he beat up Cell.
Okay.
And he unleashes full anger. For
Super Saiyan 1 is basically their hair goes up. 2, it gets bigger.
And they
3,
get lightning.
it becomes a full-blown, like, to-the-ground mullet. And no eyebrows, because their eyebrows get added to their hair.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just like, he doesn't remember stuff and stuff like that.
4 things, man. 3, 4 Super Saiyans.
Yeah. Well, 3 for him. But or when Dragon Ball Super was coming back, Android 18. Do you remember Android 18?
Of course.
Yeah. Blonde hair, blue eyes.
He doesn't remember her?
Yeah. Well, they said,
Is
so
he
why,
senile?
So they said, why is Android's 18 hair purple in this promo pic? He's like, oh, I forgot what color her hair was.
It's like, there's documentation, man. Like,
I
literally just Google
I told you that's why.
Super Saiyan hair.
I told you at least
Android
George,
18 hair.
at least George R. R. Martin has this.
Was Krillin still married to her?
Yes.
Did he still have the 6 dots on his head?
Well, he grew his hair back out.
What the fuck?
Well, because he was like retired from fighting for 7 years.
I don't give a shit.
I mean, in all fairness, if your best friend's Goku who can blow up planets very easily, you're like, maybe I don't need to keep doing this. I feel like Goku's got it.
I'm gonna have another donut.
Well, funny you say that if you want to go into stereotypes, because Krillin became a cop.
That makes sense.
And he is like the most effective cop when he's just like,
Well, he is the most powerful human.
see,
So he's basically like Steven Seagal.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think that is. I don't necessarily
Goddamn.
agree with that.
Was
I
he
do
in
think it's
Expendables
technically
at all?
true. Don't.
I think he was.
Don't get off track again.
We're already off track with the Dragon Ball Z.
Well, this is. Yeah.
So then.
But I don't agree that. I think it is official that Krillin is the most powerful human, but I always.
Well, it's sure as shit not Mr. Saiyan.
Well.
Is Saiyaman? Saiyaman.
Satan. You're thinking of Satan.
That's his name in the Japanese, but in America,
No, it's become Mr.
Saiyaman.
Satan now.
Really?
You're thinking. No, you're thinking. No,
I'm not thinking of
America's not Mr.
Gohan's
Satan.
alter ego.
Oh, the Great Saiyaman.
Yeah, because it was.
Well, he's not human.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the big, muscular, Jewish-looking man.
That's Hercule. Slash.
Oh, Hercule. Yeah, that's who you're thinking.
Slash Mr. Satan.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name's been officially changed back to Mr. Satan in the Super Dub.
Okay.
So,
Because he was supposed to be like the strongest fighter,
Yeah.
and he was just literally like a fucking.
well, for a human,
Like,
he is this. For
I'm
like a
6'2".
regular person who can't shoot energy beams out of his fingers, he is the strongest fighter.
I'd fight him.
Yeah, I
I'd
mean,
fight him.
because he's. Can you pull 6 buses?
Could The Rock beat him?
Probably.
Yeah,
Could The Undertaker take him?
no. Hercule's too fast.
Undertaker take him. Huh.
But and Goku really lucks out in Super because it starts out with Super where he's like a normal person.
Too far into Dragon Ball Z. Here.
Well, let me just say, Goku.
We're gonna do a deep dive analysis.
Goku married a princess, and his father-in-law just gives them money as a stipend.
Hell yeah.
And then his son
Didn't
married.
he meet Chi-Chi when he was
Must
like
be fucking
8?
nice.
No, Chi-Chi
They
Chi-Chi
waited
fell
to
in love
consummate.
with him when she was 8. Goku is like got to like 16. Was like, sure, want to get married? And she's like, yes, okay. And he's like, okay, we'll do that.
We're married now. I'm gonna still do whatever I was doing before.
Yeah, because Goku's like a really shitty person.
He's not a shitty person. He's just bad at being
Goku,
anything aside from
uh,
Goku.
Goku's never kissed his wife.
He's probably like high functioning something
Goku has never kissed his wife. He does not know
on
what
film.
No, he said he does not know what a kiss is.
As soon as the cameras are off, he fucking goes to town.
Well, there's an episode
fucking
where like
Kamehamehas that
where
pussy.
Trunks kissed some girl in like the future, and
It was
Goku's
fucking-
like, and Goku's just like, I don't know what that is, and even fucking Vegeta knows what kissing is.
Yeah, he's kissed Nappa.
No, Bulma.
No, he kisses Nappa too.
Yeah, on the
After he
like,
murdered
good
him.
luck.
I'm pretty sure.
After he murdered him. But yeah, Goku's just a shitty person. I mean, one of those things when you look at it, he's a really shitty person.
Well, yeah, because he's fucking stupid.
And all he
We
cares
could deep
about is
dive
food.
into this for a while.
Okay, let's all move. You're next, Jose.
All right.
thing.
So
That was a weekend. What the fuck?
yeah. So I actually purchased Firewatch on PS4 because it was on sale.
What's Firewatch?
It's really interesting actually. It's about a guy who takes a position as like a forest ranger almost.
Oh, is it PC?
It's on PC too, I think. Maybe not.
I just remember like you're a fly flying through.
No.
Okay, no,
That's not it at all.
there's one game. It's like a forest fire, and I think you're a flying squirrel, and you have to escape the forest fire. I was thinking that.
No, that's
Okay,
yeah,
I
not
was
it.
wrong.
You're a forest ranger. You're in the Firewatch Tower and stuff, and it's really interesting just because it starts off with like the guy pretty much telling you how he goes off to go isolate himself because his wife got dementia or something like that. And I don't know.
It's getting deep.
Yeah, I just heard good things and it was really good, and I'm like, oh okay, like I'll go check it out. I didn't expect that to happen,
Huh.
which always like kind of gets me just being married and stuff. Because I'm like, oh shit, like what happened to my wife? Like now the scene from Up 2 like always really gets me.
That's just fucking getting old.
Yeah.
When you have to start
It's
thinking
fucked up.
about like your own fucking mortality.
Mm-hmm.
When you're 18, you're like, 30's so far away.
Well, it's not even mine. It's like, well, what if that happened to my wife? Like, fuck.
Because now you
that's
care
like-
about someone that much.
Yeah, it's like I'd prefer it happen to me, so I don't have.
That's
to
why I don't
suffer,
care about anything.
You know. So I don't know. Only like the game's not very long. I think it's only like a 6-hour long game if you don't rush through it. And I think I'm probably a couple hours in already, so I'm on like day 33. But I think I only play the first 2 days.
What do you do in it though?
Well, it starts off
Do you just
like
watch for fires?
kinda like you get in.
You sit in the tower and you just look
Or I
around.
just took the name of the game and assume that is all you do.
Well,
in the
because
game.
like that's what I would imagine. Like he said, you're in a tower, but he didn't say how to play the game. So I just imagine you're in a tower and you're just rotating the analog sticks. I'm like, yep, no fires.
Yeah, like you start.
And then you
out-
go to sleep and you wake up. You're like, it fires? No, back to sleep.
You have
You
this
could just
lady.
get that job.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Her?
No,
Her. Oh, is that the one with
that's like
Joaquin
guy
Phoenix?
The guy falls in love with Siri, basically.
Yeah,
With Scarlett Johansson series.
yeah, Scarlett Johansson series. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they make love somehow. It's intense for both of them.
Did he put it in the blender?
No, he just kind of. It's like
He made a girl robot.
What was those audio drugs they had? Do you guys
Audio
remember?
drugs?
I never saw that movie.
No. It's not a movie. This was like a fake iDosing. Do you guys ever heard of that?
Audio drugs.
Yeah, it's called iDosing.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, pretty much, like, supposedly, a little, like, years back, they made, like, people made these sounds or music, like, EDM or something that, you could listen to and, like, it would make you, like, get high or whatever.
No, those people are wrong.
Yeah, well, there's videos on it. You can check it out.
It's because it's like being hypnotized. It's like you allow it to happen to yourself.
Yeah.
This sounds like a rumor South Park started, like brown noise.
That exists.
I don't care to know what it is.
Anyway,
That's a nice little trick to pull out at
It's-
parties.
It's a G sharp.
that was the brown sound, is what they called it.
It's an F minor.
I don't remember what they called it.
Anyways,
Anywho.
The brown noise. Yeah.
What was I saying about the Firewatch? Oh yeah. So, anyways, pretty much you're talking to this lady Delilah over like a comm and stuff like that, and she's kind of bullshits with you back and forth and everything like that. So I don't know. It's a very interesting game. You don't do a whole lot in it, but it's one of the few games I've been able to play recently. I did. Funny thing though, that game was placed in Colorado, right? Boulder, Colorado. Another game that I picked up and I'm like, man, like I just suck at video games now is Horizon, because I started playing that a tiny bit too.
what game?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm liking it. But I tried to fight the T-Rex, and that fucked my world up. Like I could not fight him.
The robot T-Rex.
Yeah,
See, I really wish I had a PS.
and he's got like a
Or
machine
PS4.
gun, which is cool.
Does he have two?
Maybe that was it. I don't know. He stopped me so quick, like I couldn't see.
Once you learn how to like take those things down and you get the right weapons,
It's
then you
easy?
get- well,
Well,
I
any
mean
game is like
everything's
that.
easy when you can get the right weapons.
Well, I don't know.
The most annoying things to fight are the flying ones because the
Yeah.
rope weapon to tie them down is so annoying.
Oh,
and
that
such
is
a
a
pain in the
fuck.
butt in.
Well, see, I did the thing where I don't know if you guys ever do this, but like when you don't pick up a game for months and you jump back in it, you're like, I don't remember how to play this whatsoever. I was like, what the fuck is this thing? And I instantly wasted all my bombs.
That happened to me in The Witcher when I got the last DLC.
Yeah.
And I had all of this stuff and all these points allocated, and I'm like, I don't know why I made these decisions
I've done
or why I have any of this in my inventory.
Yeah, I've done that in MMOs before where I go back after like a 6-month break. And I'm like,
You forgot how to play.
But I
Not
know,
that, but like,
but I also know
not
that,
like that.
I went through and I did it. I made those decisions after hours of research, and I'm like, I know I did it for a reason. I just don't know. So now I'm just gonna use the sword only.
Well, no, my thing was more like you go going back to an MMO after 6 months, and then I open up my inventory. I'm like, why did I have 99 of this item? Why didn't I sell these?
They were important to you at the time.
That's how Skyrim is every time. That's what you're talking about, I'm assuming.
No, I'm talking about Final Fantasy 14, but Skyrim's
I
out.
loaded up my Skyrim character,
Yeah.
and I was
Like
like,
1,000 potions that you're like, I'll save these for
yeah,
later. And you
I'm gonna
never
use it
them.
eventually. No, and it was just I was decked out in like Daedric armor, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like once you can basically beat the game by just smithing Daedric armor.
But you don't like that. Me and Zach like that.
I don't, because for me it's like I lose the progression, because if I can just get that armor as soon as possible,
Yeah.
I have nothing else to look forward to.
Yeah, I just want to get in and like fuck around. in the
For
story.
me, the game's all about like finding the artifacts and collecting. So like I had all these different like mishmash Daedric artifacts on, and I'm like, I'm a fucking collector, yay.
I like going on. The Daedric armor is like the most fun armor to like try and get. Though.
No,
I like the
because
Dragon
it's...
Bone armor. Because it looks cool.
Oh yeah.
You
See,
look
I didn't
like
like
a
either.
crazy
The
barbarian.
Daedric armor made it. It just looked like, how can we make this the most emo, edgy,
Like,
badass
evil
looking
No, but we're
evil
talking about
armor?
the Dragonbone armor.
Dragonbone even looked goofy to me.
I
I didn't like the way it looked. It
Yeah,
looked
but it's
kind
like
of
an
weird.
MMO. Like you eventually
your shoulder. The bigger your shoulder pads, the stronger you are.
Yeah.
Because like you could even make like the strongest Daedric sword, and it was just too OP. Like I just wanted Meridia's sword, because it looked really fucking cool, and did fire damage, and it made all the zombies run away from you.
Yeah, lit people on fire.
Yeah.
I was always like really evil in that game, and when you got that, because one of my favorite like little touches to Skyrim
Okay.
is that with Raised Dead, it's not like you're just raising the body and the body's kind of like moving around and stuff. It's like the person's like still in there, and so when you do Raised Dead, the person will be like,
They still talk?
yeah, because they'll be kill me. I'm like,
Really?
yeah.
What the fuck?
And they'll like moan and groan and stuff like that, and when they die, they're like, oh, thank you.
Damn, what
I forget what it was, but there was a Reddit post I read. I think I sent it to you guys, where someone made a character that was like a pickpocket character, and there's a certain item that if you put into somebody's like inventory when you pickpocket them,
Yeah.
it lights them on fire. So like he would like steal, he would go in and pickpocket, like steal something off of them, and then like enchanted, or he did something where he reverse pickpocketed and it lit someone on fire, and he would just play the entire game like that, like sneaking up and like putting
Just kill people? But
Think
what
of-
if they know he was there? Or his sneak
no
was
his
so
sneak
high?
his sneak and pickpocket was so high. But think of like if you wanted to kill someone, all you did was sneak up and like put something in their pocket and then walk away.
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't Fallout. I would put grenades in people's
Yeah,
pockets.
that's
That's what I'm thinking. Gotta say, Fallout way better than fucking Elder Scrolls. I don't care.
I want basically Elder Scrolls on the Fallout engine.
I mean, that's like theoretically
That's Skyrim,
next
isn't
Elder
it?
Scrolls.
Yeah.
Well,
Huh?
no, because Fallout 4 engine, I presume you're talking about.
Wait, Skyrim.
Fallout
Oh,
5
Skyrim
engine.
was last gen, right?
Yeah.
Skyrim was last gen.
And Fallout was that on last gen too?
Current gen.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Skyrim was last gen, ported to next gen. Fallout was current gen, and if it got done, ported to. No, never mind. It wasn't on last
it wasn't
gen.
ported, right?
Is
it?
it
Was strictly this
Skyrim 6 kind of up to bat pretty soon?
Yeah. That's in theory the next thing.
You mean Elder Scrolls, not Skyrim?
Same shit.
They
Skyrim Part 2.
Yeah, because I think
should just keep rolling with the
after
Skyrim thing. I feel like no one cares.
The
what
next
Elder
one has
Scrolls
to be
is.
like...
the last thing I remember them talking about was Skyrim was like the third thing on their list, or Elder Scrolls 6 was like third thing on their list. But that was
the
before
one on everyone else's list, though.
Well, but that was before Doom came out and before Rage. So
I'm
theoretically,
excited for Rage. I don't care what you guys say.
it looks.
None of us said anything negative about it.
Well, I said I didn't really care about, but that new trailer makes it look so much like we want to try and be
It's like
Borderlands.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
why don't you just play Borderlands?
It was just
Well-
it was a more realistic Borderlands. I
Yeah.
mean, realistic, take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
but
if they
graphic
keep it the
wise.
same, then it's gonna be like Borderlands. If I remember right, you could fight guys, but it's like they were almost kind of like bullet sponges for some people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This one would be more like straight up like.
I do remember this one, their heads would explode. Like,
Well, yeah, because it's based on
hardcore.
the Doom engine.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, based on the game trailer they released, it looks like it's going to be like just as goofy because there's a lot of bouncing around and hopping and smashing.
In
atoms
Rage,
like
am
that.
I
But you
imagining
kill
this,
stuff.
or could you kneecap someone and they'd still crawl at you?
I never played Rage.
Oh, I don't remember.
For some reason,
It's
I
been
remember
too
like
long.
taking off limbs. I could be wrong.
That are you thinking?
I don't remember.
Are you thinking Dead Space?
No, because I wasn't like using an energy saw
In
in this memory.
energy, so I don't think that was a thing in Rage.
No, it wasn't.
No.
I just remember Rage. It drops you off in the desert, and I was like, "This looks kind of like Borderlands." And like the first person that you see,
Yeah.
like you don't expect it, but they're fucking booking it at you. That's what I remember. I went like, "Oh shit, this game is completely different
Does
than I thought it was
GameStop
gonna be."
still sell pre-owned like 360 games and stuff?
Probably.
It's probably in a bin that's all fucking unorganized, and all
That's
the games
totally
are
fine with me
scratched.
because now I kind of want to go play Rage. I gotta imagine that game's only like fucking $2 now, right?
Probably.
I don't care.
I don't know. I'm excited for that.
I'm not interested. I'm more excited to see what these. I guess E3 is in 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, huh?
Wait, is it the week?
June is coming
Colorado,
up. It's almost
or is it
June.
after?
No, it's the week after that.
The week after that. What
The
is
week
it,
after
the
next.
9th? No, the 10th is when the Microsoft thing starts on Sunday to kick things
Yeah.
off, right? Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. Microsoft can eat a dick.
Yeah, I don't care about Microsoft.
It can hear you.
Yeah,
fine. You're gonna get
that's
ads
what-
now.
It's
yeah, that's
okay.
one of the
You're
reasons
welcome.
we don't like it.
It's okay, Xbox.
Oh, is that?
Well,
we
here's
should-
my thing
we should,
too.
Hold on, we should just make because no one can see what Rory's apartment looks like.
Oh yeah.
Rory, why'd you turn your Connect on so it could listen to
Yeah.
us?
Why does it connect on right now?
I have
Why
an
is it staring at
I have
us?
an agreement with the FBI.
Are you informing on us to the FBI
And
through your
Microsoft.
Connect? Oh, well, they've already got all my information.
You know, I'm glad it went this way, but I'm gonna say right now, like, maybe it's a childish thing, but I was so pissed off when Microsoft announced the online only thing all the time, and they were like, it's fully digital.
Yeah, everyone
Everyone
was.
was.
But I mean, I still hold that grudge. Is the reason I never
Kind of
played
like, how
Xbox
dare
One.
you think that you could do that?
Yeah, like, well, it's like one of those things. Like, I don't like being told what to do, so I don't like that they said I had to do that.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
fuck
Because
that
the whole
shit.
thing was that at that time we were still working for GameStop.
Yeah.
That was why everyone was so worried. It's like, if this happens, we're not going to have a job because pre-owned isn't going to be a thing because it's all digital.
But that wasn't. I mean, for me personally, that like I didn't care about that. It was just like
You didn't care about not having a job. You were just
Yeah.
pissed that you couldn't buy your games normally.
Yeah, but then
But now everyone buys it digitally
I know.
Well,
Now,
that was something.
because now it's
I
a
was-
convenience factor. It went the way they
well,
wanted
it's
it
violating
to.
the Fifth Amendment.
Don't even. You have no idea.
Explain.
You have no idea what
I
the
don't
Fifth
even know what the
Amendment.
Fifth Amendment is.
Yeah, I
Explain
didn't
Right
yourself.
to bear arms.
Okay, you're.
That's not it.
I'm not gonna get into a civics lesson right now, Jose. Second is the right to bear arms.
Whatever.
First is free speech.
I was close.
Fifth is the right to not incriminate yourself.
There you go.
By giving a game to a friend.
Just
But
continue.
I was thinking about it too, though. It's like actually the idea that they had where you could like share games like via profiles or like
Yeah.
that was actually a cool idea.
They still have that to an extent. It's just really shitty.
It was really.
Yeah, because you can share with like your family of like Xbox consoles or whatever.
Okay.
So like you link it to a main account. So like your main account is like this one Xbox.
Yeah.
And then you have like a tree underneath of like 3 or 4 Xboxes connected to that. So whatever the main one buys, the other ones that are connected as like family accounts or whatever,
Yeah.
they get that same content. So one person can buy a game digitally, and the other ones that are connected to that can
Huh.
basically just leech off that person.
So if I'm like, hey Rory, I'm your family now, then I can just play Certificate 2 if I wanted?
I'd have to add you to it.
Huh.
Would you add him to it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, I'm never gonna play it, but well, my Xbox anyway. It's at my parents' house anyway. Anyway, to get back on what I was saying, yeah. So I played Firewatch. Pretty fun. I only paid like $5 for it. I would have paid. I think it was normally $20, but for $5, I'm having a good time with it. It's Horizon, and I'm finishing up season 7 of Dexter, which
Never saw it.
is, you know, going back and watching it now just because you can binge it on Netflix and stuff. It's actually a really good season. I don't know why I was so harsh on it before.
So I
It's
remember
because they, based on what I recall, because I've heard this described to me,
Let's hear it.
was you didn't like what they did with Dexter's sister because they kind of just made her nothing. She got really angry, then she fell into a coma, and then she died, And then
Well, that
Dexter
was-
doesn't want to be a killer, and he doesn't want his child to be around a killer, so he gives his child to his best lady friend, who also happens to be a killer. And then Dexter leaves and sails off into a hurricane, and then you think Dexter's dead, and then the season ends with Dexter and as a lumberjack and a fucking beard, and that's the end of the series.
Wow, spoilers. No, but you know what? That's the
I don't care.
very
How old
end
is Dexter?
of season 8. But no, what I'm saying is maybe I will get to that point where I'm like, oh, that sucks, because I watched it as is, right, when it was coming.
I just summarized the entire season for you.
Well, I mean, you summarized like the last like episode of the series, but I'm just saying, like, in general, watching season 7, I'm like, it's actually like pretty good. I don't know.
I
really
just remember,
like
I
it.
think you and Kristen were telling me I should watch it,
Yeah.
and
I
it was
just-
getting hyped up too much. And I remember Amanda wanted me to watch it too,
Uh huh.
and like she came
very
over.
good.
She came over. She sat me down. We watched one episode, and I was like, I don't like this at all. And I think it's because everyone was trying to force me to watch it, and I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't ready to, and now I never want to watch
I
it.
just remember you
I
and your
didn't like
you
it.
and your late wife being so upset that you
Yeah.
regretted naming your
Right.
cat Dexter.
You know, but see, that's
You
what I'm
can
saying
rename it.
now.
It's a
Like,
cat. Whatever.
He doesn't listen.
he doesn't. I guess he doesn't know his name. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's maybe since I'm older and now I'm not like such a like edgy mid-20-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, you were.
Mid-20-year-old.
Yeah, you were really edgy.
Thank you. I don't know, but you know, your taste change as you get older and stuff. And I'm thinking like it's been, I don't know how long ago that came out, like 8 years or something.
Probably.
Oh,
How many seasons plus a couple years?
Yeah.
Can I do a quick hot take on people naming children after fictional characters?
You mean you're not gonna
Don't-
name your daughter like Daenerys?
No, I only sigh because somebody recently that worked at my company named their daughter Khaleesi.
God
Oh,
damn it!
God.
Yeah.
Here's my
Did
thing.
they get fired?
They don't work for the company anymore.
Don't
Good.
do
I
that.
don't think.
Don't do that. I love Mass Effect. I love the Mass Effect series.
You're not gonna name your kid Shepard? Or Femshep?
Well, no. I was gonna go FemShep.
You
No,
gonna
you
name
see
your
people-
kid Garrus?
No. And here's my reason.
Rex?
Well,
Thane.
well, first Rex is like a semi-normal name as it is, but no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I said semi-normal. But here's the thing: don't name your kid after your favorite character, because first of all, that's for you. That's inherently not.
Well, my kid will never live up to Shepard.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, at least you're saying your expectations. But like, also, if you two don't remember high school or elementary school, other kids are already big enough pains in your ass
Yeah.
that they can pick apart any little thing. Don't add in something extra to let them make fun of. Like
I agree.
some people like, oh, I'm gonna name my child Tully Voss Normandy. I'm like, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And don't name him Morden
Yeah,
because
don't.
the feels.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm sad.
You know,
But here's
like kids,
if you.
for example, a kid was named Brett and they called him Bretzel.
Okay, well, that was.
Well, that's just kids being pieces of shit. There's
But-
literally
that's what I'm
nothing you
saying.
can do about that.
If you want to, you really want to like honor your like video game
Yeah.
heroes. In
Name
some
them
way.
Mass Effect.
No, just get a pet and name them after your favorite character.
Yeah.
Because the pets don't give a shit.
Well, they
That's
don't have
what-
souls
that's-
either.
I hate you. But like, so if I wanted to like, I want a dog named Garrus,
Okay.
and that's perfectly acceptable.
Sure.
Because no one else is really gonna give a shit about
Yeah.
it. My dog isn't gonna give a shit.
Yeah, pets can have weird names.
Yeah.
It's weird
Don't-
when your dog is
Well, when
named
they
like
have a number in their
Steven.
name, you don't do that.
What?
Because I was watching like pet training videos when I got Hank just to like see like, all right, let's see some good tips and stuff.
Some Cesar Milan.
Not him. George Michael, I think. Maybe it wasn't George Michael. I think that's the guy. from
George
Elvis.
Michael is a singer.
Yeah. Anyways, what's the tip? What's the thing?
This guy, he was training a husky named BB-8. I was like, ugh. Like, you can't put a number in the name.
Yeah.
See, that's pushing it.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, that's just my thing. Like, don't name your child after your favorite fictional character.
I agree.
Give them like a normal name. Save honoring your fictional characters for your pets.
Can you
Okay.
name a Roomba BB-8 and not be weird?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We talked about
Also,
BB-8 or,
you have to
Roombas
paint
being,
it.
like pets.
You have to paint it.
Did we talk about Roombas in the first unreleased episode?
If I,
Oh, we did. Yes.
if
That
I,
was it.
who
We had a
was-
whole Roomba section. It was amazing.
Who
Sorry.
was the main girl in Nier Automata 2B?
Then what?
What?
Nier Automata.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Automata?
I never played that game. It looks
No, it's
weird.
pronounced automata.
Automata.
I mean, I think that's also the
Automata
spelling of it.
Poe.
This goes back to the point where I was saying before, like, I feel like I don't have enough time for just any old game I have to pick and choose. I did play Zelda, though. I continued to play that. I beat the second Divine Beast.
I beat Zelda, and then I'm like, I'm never gonna play this again.
There's very few games that like really kind of grab me and like I need to fucking play this now.
Yeah, and this one I don't even know why. Like, because it's not even a good story. Like, the story, to be honest, like, kind of sucks. It's just... If you played Zelda before, there's any old Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what was cool. If you remember this, Zach, when they introduced you to the Daruk, I think was named, the Goron.
Mhm.
The volcano starts exploding. He's like, oh, fuck this. And things about to hit you. He's like, oh, boom.
Yeah.
That was badass.
You just... For audio only, that was a terrible description.
No, I did exactly what he did.
Anyways.
Search Daruk destroys meteor.
You mean lava rock.
It's like a...
There's a very big difference between meteor and lava rock.
So
Well, like,
volcano erupts, it shoots rocks out. Link's like, oh no, except he doesn't talk because he's
Yeah.
Link. And then
He just
Daruk
watches.
jumps in front and he just punches the lava rock.
Does
and
he do
shatters
double fist it?
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine a big ass lava rock's coming at you and you're like, whoa, boom.
I'd do it.
Yeah, it's badass.
Let's go to Hawaii. Let's test it.
Anyway, so
It's not spewing out lava rocks, it's just lava.
that was my week. I had a really bad, like, I don't know what it's like to be addicted to drugs, but I imagine
Of course
it's
not.
I've been,
Where is this going?
well, it'll make sense in a sec. Well, I got 2 points to make here. The first one, again, I don't know what it's like to be addicted to drugs, but the other day I was craving carbs fucking bad, man. I had some Chipotle, really was jonesing for some chips and rice. Didn't get it, of course, but I wanted it. And I was getting home, I'm like, dude, I want banana bread more than anything in the world right now. And I don't like banana bread. I don't remember the last time I ever had it. It's probably been like almost 2 decades.
There's a whole chart of like if you're craving this, there's
Yeah.
like a low carb food that will kick that. Like it doesn't taste that way, but like your
Yeah.
body wants that thing.
Yeah.
I've not really tested it. More because like the shit that it tells you to eat, I'm like I don't want that.
Yeah. Anyway, really want a banana bread. Second thing, I was telling my wife, and maybe you guys will agree with me here.
Is she alive again?
My late wife, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So sometimes it's like she's still there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was really proud of myself for that.
I
That
can
was
still
very
hear
good.
the yelling.
It discombobulated me. I was thinking about this as a kid. Like, when you're growing up, right, you have vegetables.
Yes.
But
Okay.
think about this: when you, depending on what age you are, you fall into a couple different brackets. I'm gonna say 3 brackets.
You know what? Put a pin in this.
Yeah.
Rory, what's your weekend
Let's
review?
hear your
I'm
dog
more
runs
interested
like-
about this. My week is fucking boring.
Okay, well, go ahead then. When you're a kid, right, you're growing up, you just have your standard vegetables, right? You got your tomatoes.
What do you mean your standard vegetables?
Well, here's where I'm going with this. You got
You
your...
have like dragon fruit you're gonna pull out of your ass?
That's a fruit, not a vegetable.
Dragon vegetable?
So you start off, and I don't give a shit what anyone says. A tomato's a fucking vegetable. It's not a fruit. So you got the tomato. You
I've
got
never cared for
carrots.
tomatoes.
You got onions, right? Just your basic ass vegetables. And I feel like as you get older, your mind expands to allow these other vegetables to exist, like DLC almost, right? You get a little bit older, then you got your freaking eggplants, you got your radishes.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And you get older, and you get this whole other shit too.
Broccoli
like
and cauliflower or bust?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you're really young, you don't know about those.
Yes, you do.
You were
my
poor.
When you were 5 years old, you don't know what the fucking eggplant was.
Not an eggplant. No, but
See,
broccoli.
that's what I'm saying.
But
But
broccoli.
see, now,
Point proven.
now the new generation knows eggplant because it's just a dick.
Like a
It's
hipster.
synonymous
Oh, yeah,
with
that's
dick.
right. God damn.
Yeah, that's what.
If
that
they saw an
means.
if they saw an eggplant, they'd be like, they're selling fucking dildos up in this Ralph's.
Yeah?
Well, I think people already saw bananas and assumed that.
Well, bananas were so 70s. This is our generation. Actually, no, it's not our generation. It's the generation under us.
Well, I guess maybe
No,
my-
that's cute. Yeah, before us is cucumbers.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe my analogy didn't work, but I told it was my late wife.
Yeah,
and
that's a
it-
terrible analogy.
I should have written down exactly how I said it, but you know what? It made sense. But you get what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
When you're young, it's like you only know just the basics.
I think what you're getting to is when you are in charge of buying your own vegetables
Yeah.
and you're not just eating whatever the fuck your parents eat, then yeah, you can go and buy whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want.
Yeah, DLC, you have to pay for it. Point made.
Yeah, with taxes and going to work 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
80 hours a day?
That's where you pay 8.
Oh, I thought you said 80 hours.
I said 8, and then I was gonna say 40 hours a week, and it turned into a weird thing.
Yeah, it did.
So
I said 2 things at once.
Yeah,
That was my
a mistake.
Fuck it.
Roy, you're hobbling around. How's your weekend?
So I think I said it in the last episode. I hurt my back, and then my back got better, and then we filmed our D&D thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was sitting on that chair.
Yeah.
And I was perfectly fine. I was on the floor with Hank, hanging out. Woke up Monday, and I couldn't roll out of bed.
Fuck.
And I couldn't walk to the bathroom. And then I finally got
Did you crawl there?
When I say walk, I mean I couldn't walk normally, really tiny little steps.
Yeah.
And I finally got to the bathroom, let loose, and then I couldn't get off the toilet. I couldn't get up. So I finally made my way to work, and then I went home early and basically just worked from home, laid on the couch, and that's basically my week up till today. It's been working from home on the couch. Got an x-ray yesterday and make sure, nothing's fucking broken. But that's literally been it. That, working from home, sleeping, playing Path of Exile. So that's what I said when my week was been very boring.
Yeah.
It was very fucking boring.
How's Path of Exile?
I'm getting kind of bored of it, to be honest.
Well, now you've got Save Decay too.
I do have State of Decay now. But Path of Exile, I like it because there's a lot of customization, almost too much. To where
you're turning me off.
What? Remind me, what's the start? What's the start of Path of Exile?
Wait, is this a pirate game?
No, that's
Pillars
of Eternity.
It's PoE for both, and I was getting fucked up with that.
Okay, yeah, that's just confusing.
But no, this one
Maybe
you
I've
start
never
out.
thought that way.
The whole idea is that there's this society,
Yeah.
and your character is cast out onto basically the fantasy version of Australia. We're just gonna fucking throw you into this prison colony.
Okay.
And then you have to fight your. I have been just skipping through dialogue.
Is
I
that
just
where it
wanna
has
shit on
that
stuff.
undead skeleton dude? He's up around talking.
No, I don't know what that one is.
What's that game I'm thinking of? Oh, well.
But yeah, this one's different though because your skills come from gems that you put in your gear. So your starting class depends on the big skill tree. It depends on where you start in that. So certain areas are more magic based or strength based or dexterity based or whatever, and they have different nodes. But your starting class just determines where you start. But then as you level, you can basically connect all of the dots. You remember the skill tree from Final Fantasy X?
No.
How big that was? It's basically that. It's fucking massive.
Okay.
So you can make your character different every single time. So your starting character doesn't necessarily mean that if you start with the barbarian guy, you can make him a magic user. It's just you're gonna have to work a little bit harder to get across the board.
Huh.
But I like that your gear is dependent on your stats, and then you plug in gems to give you abilities. Instead of you're the warrior, so now you get this heavy attack, and now you get a ground slam or whatever.
Okay.
It's just if you can use the gem, you get that ability.
Huh. Okay.
So it's more kind of finding what abilities have I found and what kind of build can I make around these abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the gem slots with connecting support abilities, so I can bump this up, and I don't know, it's a lot of customization.
Okay.
But now I just really want to go through and beat it.
You're getting to that point where you're over it.
The story, I don't really care about the story at all.
Okay.
It's more this is Diablo-ish, and I really fucking love Diablo, but I don't want to play Diablo again.
You would if you got a Switch.
No.
Yeah.
Because I have it on Xbox.
No, but it'd be fun. We could all play it on Switch.
Do you all have it?
Well,
I have Switch. Yes.
We have Switch. Diablo, I guess they never actually announced anything for it.
Then it's not even fucking out.
Well,
I'm
just get PS4 instead.
Yeah, just in case. You know, it's $20 now. I'm kind of tempted to get it.
Diablo.
Kind of,
Switch?
but no.
Yeah. Switch is $20 now.
Yeah, it's failing system. You know what else is $20 is what's that game called? Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Game
the
of
most
the Year
popular
edition.
game out right now? Oh, yeah, that game.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't
I don't know
keep
if I
up
would
with
say it's the most popular game.
Yeah,
now.
Is it worth it for $20 though?
Well, did you
Only
ever
if
try
you like
it and you
shooters.
didn't enjoy it?
Well,
Because there's no storyline. It's literally just online multiplayer, and
Yeah.
that's it. And if you don't like that, it's not worth it.
There's a storyline. It's just all
Is there?
stuff that Blizzard adds in
Oh, the
whenever they
lore
want.
stuff?
It's flavor.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I like playing Mercy because I like to heal people. and I just like to like chill back, just like I'm the one that's kind of fucking up the.
You're a very rare breed that likes to heal people, because most people are like, I want to do the most fucking damage I can.
Yeah, you know what it is? I was never good at that kind of shit. I was always good at being support and stuff. Because that's how I was in Warcraft too. I like being a healing shaman, a healing paladin, but I didn't like any of the DPS classes.
Is it because you got invited to all the groups because you're a healer?
No, I don't know why I picked the shaman. I think I picked the
well, not shaman in particular, just healing.
Well, because I started off my career as a shaman, right?
Your career.
Because that's what my friend told me to do, so we can go gank people. He's like, shaman's badass. You can turn to wolfing and run really fast. Like, sweet. That's what I want to do.
That's literally one ability, and it's not that fast.
Yeah, it's 20% speed. No other
That's
class got.
nothing.
But no other class
Druid got like 30% cheetah.
But they weren't as good.
They were.
Not at totems. No, but I think back in the day, the druids were shittier. Maybe
they weren't as good.
Yeah. And then I just started healing in raids and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just thought it was very easy. I was very good at it. So.
See, that's what I mean. It was very, very easy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not for a lot of people, but for me, it was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the broken ass thing too. Paladins used to have the thing where if you do like a light heal and it crits, and I had like a 30% heal crit chance, it would not cost you any mana.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be at 100% mana for an entire raid.
And just spam heals.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I don't know. That's what I enjoyed about it.
I never got to the healing portion. I hated it. I always felt like I was just standing back and watching other people do stuff.
So, is it worth it? Should I buy it? Overwatch?
Have you already played it? You said you didn't care for it.
Well, I didn't care for it for $40.
Everyone's got a price.
Yeah.
But I let you borrow it for free. You just still didn't like it.
Well, but now it's $20.
Now you got fucking
now
lawyered.
It's a deal. See, my thing is,
do you just want to spend money on a game? You want to buy something?
Maybe that's what it is, but then it's like, if I'm gonna spend $20, I'm gonna use it to buy fucking God of War.
This is like the banana bread thing. Like, you don't really want the banana bread.
I don't.
You do want it, but you know you don't want it.
Yeah.
You want the act of eating the banana bread.
I like
so
the
you want
idea
the
that
act
I'm
of
getting
buying
a
the
deal.
game.
I think
Oh,
we can
you're
all
one
agree
of
on
those
that.
people.
Yeah, I am. I can't help it.
I saved $30 on this TV. Yeah, but you spent $800. But I saved $30.
Well, that's my thing. Like, whenever I go to McDonald's, like, the combos are pretty good, but you know what? 2 for $2.50, double cheeseburgers. They taste like shit. Yeah, but it's a good deal. Give me 3 of those, please. Anyway.
So is that the weekend review then?
Yeah, my week is just boredom and pain.
Okay.
That's what happens when you turn 30, folks.
Yeah.
Boredom and pain.
Literally this year.
I think that's what they call adulthood.
Yeah. This year, like, everything that could have gone wrong with my body has gone wrong, basically.
Yeah, me too, actually. When I fainted and stuff.
See, that's why you need to be like me and not work out. If you never raise the bar on your body,
that's
it'll
true.
never be upsetting.
If I
It's
had it
because you're
worked
playing
out,
it too safe.
I would have face planted in the concrete.
Yeah.
Don't do heavy squats and then do heavy rack pulls after.
Yeah.
You'll fuck your back up.
You get squished.
So do you want to do the solo thing?
Yeah, sure. So what we were thinking is Rory and I semi-excited to see Solo. You know,
We're really selling that semi-excited.
well, here's the thing too, and goddamn, like I was, what was I? I was watching something on YouTube, and they were talking about Solo, and I started to watch it. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm very impressionable, and I don't want what somebody says to affect my anticipation of something, right? And but then somebody was telling me like, oh, like Solo's getting great reviews and stuff. I'm like, but so was Last Jedi.
Yeah, and it depends on why people want the movie.
Yeah.
If someone's like, anything Star Wars, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Or is it like, the story is actually cohesive and it makes sense and it's not super cheesy and super campy. I mean, given Star Wars is campy, like that's its brand, but campy doesn't really work now.
Yeah.
Like it can, but it usually is done poorly.
What does that even mean, campy?
Like
Adam
hard to decide.
Adam West Batman.
Okay. Would you say Last Jedi was campy, or is that not?
Let me look up the definition for campy, because I can say like this is campy, that's campy, but I can't say what the definition
Last
is.
Jedi was campy.
Now, I don't want to rail on Last Jedi again, but I'm going to.
The Force Awakens a little campy.
Well, see, I feel Force Awakens did like, you know how the Marvel movies have their humor?
Yeah.
It's not like a direct, like I'm purposely trying to be funny, but they have like the funny moments. I feel like Force Awakens did that, and that's like, I guess, kind of in the area the era that we live in now, where movies will do that. But I feel like Last Jedi purposely tried to be like, let's be a half comedy.
Campy. Being so extreme that it has an amusing and sometimes perversely sophisticated appeal. Over the top and farcical, intentionally exaggerated so as to not be taken seriously. Found primarily in television, theater, and motion pictures. Camp endeavors for satire and for those who fully understand and appreciate the risible nature of its material. It's not surprising when it develops a cult following.
So, something I didn't know until I talked to Kim about it, because
Or it's another adjective for the word camp.
Yeah. Because Kim
Literally
will
on
do
there.
deep dives on like this stuff.
Okay.
I told her I was like surprised Rey was like as competent as she was in the first.
She shouldn't have been.
Well, especially since
Wait, competent in what sense?
like she was
Like
very
in
like
lightsaber fighting?
well,
I spent
not
3
like,
days with this lightsaber.
No, not like
and now
that.
I can...
Not like that. Like she immediately knew like how to survive. She always knew how to survive on this planet. She knew how to like pilot the starship and pilot the auto turrets on the Millennium Falcon. She knew how to do all that pretty much like immediately. And
I thought that was Finn on the Millennium Falcon using the turrets.
No, she was also doing it.
I don't think someone's gonna fly it.
Well, then that would also raise questions if she's a really
I feel
good
like
pilot.
you know you're leading us down the wrong path. Like you got that smile. Like,
No,
they
I'm
fucking
serious.
bit.
But anyways, my point is that because when she's first introduced, she seems like they're almost introducing her like they'd introduce like a child, because she is like sitting alone in her like little hut. She's like eating. She's looking up at the stars, and then she looks at her doll, and she puts on like this helmet she just has.
Yeah.
And it looks like she's just like someone who constantly plays make-believe almost. But I guess what that helmet actually is, as explained in like, I guess some of the material, is that that's like a flight training program.
Yeah, but that's just a way to explain away a
I know,
plot
but
hole.
Well, yeah. But
It's like, no, it's really all the electronics work. She's actually been training for years and years and years.
Well, I don't
It's
think
like,
she's
okay,
like...
well, you can't just say that and not tell the audience that.
Yeah, well, I also don't think she would consider it training. I think she'd be like, oh, this is something to do to pass
This is
the
a
time.
fun little game.
Yeah, my hut while I'm waiting.
Yeah, it's my GTA.
Yeah. And I think there's something about the doll, too. But it was just her way of, like, passing the time. Which, if you live in a desert planet, you're going to find whatever ways you can. Like...
Masturbate a lot.
That's what I would do.
So I just thought it was that like introduction purely from the movie sense. I thought was like just a really weird introduction, because it made her seem like a lot younger than she actually is.
Yeah, because she did seem kind of like a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is she supposed to be? I think she's probably going to be like
I don't
17
think
or
they
18.
said, but I guess early 20s.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. I feel like
So you're saying she's legal?
well, I feel like all media has like, and it depends on the media you go by. Like anime and manga has this a lot, and JRPGs. Like JRPGs, the characters are never like past 18.
They're like 15 consistently.
Yeah,
When they
because
look at-
it's right before they can do like drinking and stuff like that and actively have like semi-adult relationships. But it's past the point where they are just like don't know about the world mostly.
Yeah.
So they're always
It's that
like
transitional phase.
yeah, they're always in that like range of like they're on the cusp of becoming.
Yeah, it's when you're a little shitty teenager and you think you
full-fledged-
know everything.
Well, I mean, when
Zach.
in Persona games. Well, if you were in a Persona game, you're the only one who knew about alternate dimension where you could change people's personality by robbing their heart's desire. Wouldn't you feel like you knew everything?
I still want to play Persona 4. I still haven't.
You still want to, or you still don't want to?
I still want to.
Oh,
Well, I was
have it
just
on the
describing
video, you can
Persona-
borrow it.
I was just describing Persona 5.
And that's the good edition.
I never played 5 either.
well, I just
The only one I played was 3.
well, because
the
Persona
FPS.
5 is for PS4 only.
I know.
Yeah, so get a PS4.
If I let you borrow my Vita, will you play it for?
I would.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it next time.
Golden.
Golden, yeah.
Yeah, Golden's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Or you can just watch.
How many hours am I expecting?
Oh,
Like 80,
yeah.
90.
This is like
Fucking talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
you
deep
can watch
dive.
the
No. You ain't watching shit.
If I can play it while I'm at work and pretending to do
based on
work.
what you described to us
Yeah.
earlier. Yes, you can.
Well, I mean, when I'm not working from home.
Well, then I don't know. I can't promise you that. Rory just constantly has his hands under his desk playing. People come in. What's Rory doing? Doing under his desk?
Masturbating?
Yeah.
That's probably the better argument.
Yeah.
Really had to rub one out to write this report. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Persona 4, really good series. Like, it was the cusp, if you're gonna play it, I guess I shouldn't say, but I did think the crescendo of the story was much better than Persona 5's.
So wait, 3, 4, and 5. What's the best one?
4.
Really?
3's really good too, but
3 is also like super dark.
Yeah,
Like-
I played 3.
Yeah, 3 is, it's a weird.
4's more lighthearted.
Do they still shoot themselves in the head to get all this shit done?
No,
No, they smash their glasses,
no, they don't smash their glasses.
don't they?
No, they just.
Well, they all have glasses.
Yeah, they don't have glasses because that's how they see.
Like,
Yeah, because
You know
their
how
vision is
dark
bad.
No, it's like they're in this alternate
They have
dimension. and
glaucoma.
The only way they can see in this alternate dimension is with these special glasses.
so 4.
So when they're in the special dimension, they have to have the special glasses.
Yeah.
But in the real world, are they normal people?
yes. So 3 has that story
Normal.
where like, oh,
Well,
something happens
normal,
everyone,
quote unquote.
and
I mean, the
4
main character just have fully silver hair, so
Oh, shit.
that was.
4's like a murder mystery.
You cosplayed 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The golf club?
What do you mean?
Okay.
What do you mean? Kind of is a murder mystery. It's fully a murder mystery.
That's the kind of I meant. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
murder mystery.
Yeah, 5.
I missed, like, legit JRPGs. But just some of them, like...
They don't make them good anymore. I
They really
feel
don't.
like.
Persona 5.
Well, I mean, that's
Out of-
that's
when-
Persona.
I mean, when was the last one before that though?
Disgaea 5.
Nah.
But that's very. But Disgaea is also a game where like you have to know you like Disgaea.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna suddenly like come into Disgaea 6 and be like, oh, I suddenly really enjoy this version of the game.
But also, when I was playing Persona 3, I was still in college, so it's still kind of connected, like, oh, we're still in school.
Yeah.
Now, I might be so completely disconnected from any of that shit that I might not be able to get
Well,
into
4
it.
might still hold up. Here's my issue with 5. Zach, tell me if I'm wrong. Because the story wasn't great, right?
I like the story.
Well, I feel like the story was too much like, oh, these shitty adults, because they're constantly talking about how they want to. I don't even know what you call it. Like, they're. Like, one character in particular, Ryuji, is constantly like, fuck these adults, and they're shitty adults, and
Well, because
whatever.
He's
Well,
just fucking
because they're-
angsty as shit. That's
Yeah.
for no
Well,
reason. They don't
also
explain it.
because his main like adult antagonist is Kamoshida,
Oh, well,
who
don't
is
ruin
like
it
a
in case
straight
he reads
sexual
it.
predator,
Yeah.
Oh.
and also
How old is he?
Oh, that's
Kamoshida
true, yeah.
is he's
70s,
like a
30s.
teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's a PE teacher specifically.
That makes sense.
He also Ryuji was like his backstory was like he was a track star,
Okay.
and then he just stopped one day, and Kamoshida like
Did he stop one day because he got touched by the teacher?
no Kamoshida
He
like
broke
broke
his
his
leg.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
and
In self-defense.
From the
yeah,
teacher.
well he basically did that thing where it's like if I go up if a teacher goes up to him and it's like, hey, you're an idiot, you're never gonna amount to anything. I'm like, why you just hit me? Why you hit me, you big wimp? And then he hit him. He's
Big
like, oh,
pussy.
self defense. I can punch him all I want now.
That's not how that works for teachers.
Well,
Japan
that's-
is a different place.
Now you know why Ryuji keeps calling people shitty adults.
Well,
Okay.
maybe I didn't explain that part, but you know, I don't think the story was that great in 5. It was.
It got like way too over the top in the end with whatever the main like plot was.
Yeah.
Like there's no big surprise to me,
Yeah.
and maybe that's just because I was still riding on the high of Persona 4 of like that was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But you can look forward to the dancing games they're coming out with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those dancing
Still
games were like so.
version.
Wait, what?
Those
It
dancing
broke me
games
for
were
a
like
second.
so
I had
weird.
to like process what you just said.
Well,
Persona
just
dancing?
yeah, it's like it's like
DDR
rhythm
Persona?
games. Well,
no more
it's,
rhythm.
It's rhythm, but it's
Like,
the
press this
characters-
button at this right time.
and apparently it's canon.
And that's how you attack or
No,
you fight.
it's dancing.
So each Persona battle is a dance off.
No,
Yeah.
you're just dancing on your own.
Yeah, you dance on your own, but then they explain it in a way where it's like, okay, when you do the successful dance, it kills all the shadows.
Yeah, it's.
I don't like it.
No, me
I
neither.
don't like it.
Well, what's weird is there are like fun moments in those games where if you just
No.
watch, like, don't play the game but just watch the playthroughs, and the cutscenes are like fun.
Here's
Like
what-
there was a Persona Q was a good example of that.
I never played it.
So, I didn't either, but I saw the cutscenes
Oh.
and they were all very fun.
Excuse me.
Because Persona Q was this weird dungeon crawler where the protagonist of Persona 3 and Persona 4 interacted. And they were all on the same team. And you just see like fun little like character moments between them. Like Chie and I forget who from Persona 3 were having like an eating contests trying to see who could eat like the spiciest food. And it was just like, or Kanji like picked up the dog and all he did was just like constantly like pet it, and you can see the dog's like clearly not happy with what's going on.
So this is completely off topic. When you said eating food, for some reason I just thought we should do a mukbang video.
Is that where they just eat?
Yeah, they just stare into the fucking camera and eat terrible things.
I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't be opposed to doing that.
You two can do that.
What if it's just a whole pile of fucking bacon?
What is going to Korean
and
barbecue?
you're really close to the
just
microphone,
eat
just
all
like
the food. Oh, that's
That's asthma.
What's
That's
that
a different
called?
thing.
that's ASMR.
ASMR. That's
Asthma, yeah.
But some of the mukbang stuff, like
Devils.
the whole thing is, yeah, they want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
I mean, really, it's just an excuse to eat a fuck ton of bad food.
Yeah,
I'd be totally down to do that, which makes me want Korean barbecue.
I want to stay behind the camera.
We
for
used to
that.
get the meat sweats.
Yeah, I remember one time I was farting so bad. My late wife was like, "Dude, you fucking stink." I was like, "I know. I ate a lot of meat."
I'm pretty sure we left that smelling like teriyaki sauce.
Probably. It was probably very disgusting. Anyway, so Persona, cool. What were we? I don't know how we got on that from Star Wars, but we're saying Rory and we're still, I'd say, still interested in seeing Solo.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And I got Movie Pass, so it doesn't cost me shit. I've already.
Except that $10 a month.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen 2 movies so far. They're only costing like $25, so it's pretty good, right? Except I got a soda each time, so.
So you paid 30.
Pretty much, yeah. So Zach, you're not excited for Solo, we said.
No, not really.
You wanted to guess what the plot is, and we would give you a
I don't know
grade.
if I'll guess the plot. I'm just
The key points.
well, not even that. I just think
Thread
some
it
key points.
together and see how accurate you are.
Some key points I think they'll hit.
It's like those flying games where you have to go through the rings. Just
Yeah.
see which rings you get through.
Yeah,
Like Superman 64.
never bring that up.
I remember that game.
I never played it. Everyone
All
said it's
you
so
did
bad.
was
Was it
all you
not
did was
bad,
fly
I
around.
wonder?
I think you just flew around.
Huh.
And like I remember like laser beaming shit with my eyes.
You
Well,
remember?
hopefully that's on N64 Classic.
No. You remember? You know how Superman can fly like super duper fast?
He did not.
Now
fly
imagine
fast.
he couldn't fly fast.
It was
imagine-
basically kind of like cruising altitude, just kind of like
Yeah,
I'm
imagine,
observing.
Imagine
things.
he just went at 5 miles per hour and he hit cruise control, and they just did that.
Okay.
I think it was novel at the time because you could go any direction really, and you're like, I can fucking do anything.
No, even people at the time didn't care for it.
Back in the
Really?
day, you could get away
Yeah.
with shit like that. I remember I went to Target and my parents were like, you can buy a game, and there was no good games that I didn't already have. I'm like, And I saw this game, Forsaken 64. I was like, I wonder what that is. And I just bought it.
Forsake. Why does that sound so familiar?
It's like you fly around in like a 3D like ship, and I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so anyways, Solo.
So low. Go ahead.
So what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Give us the rundown.
Yeah. Come on, chicken.
Well, I think first off, I think the life debt thing is going to be explained.
Chewy
okay.
life debt.
Yeah, Chewie life
Okay.
debt.
Do you think they
Life
gave it
debt.
away in the trailer already?
No, I don't think that scene where he's kind of off the train is it, but I think it's gonna be something. I think the Kessel Run will make sense suddenly because they'll have to explain.
You're saying Kessel Run is explained.
Yeah,
Okay.
or they'll show the Kessel Run and explain it,
I hope not.
and they'll.
I hope they're self-aware enough to where they can make fun of it and be like, "No, this is what it means." But then people like, "Oh yeah, people think this," and then that's where it goes in the rest of the Star Wars universe, kind of. If that made any sense at all to anyone.
No,
Not
Okay.
really.
I mean they'll have to explain the whole like parsec thing.
My brain is special.
But other than that, yeah. So Kessel Run and the parsec thing will have to be explained in some
Okay.
way. I mean, parsec they can go a couple ways with it. They can either go like Han's just an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about, or it's gonna be something of like I think the popular fan theory is that the Kessel Run is you're a route through a series that passes by a series of black holes. So the closer you get to the black holes,
I
technically,
feel like there's research that you did on this.
I talk to people who do research on these things.
Oh, okay.
So
Name your sources.
in the Joe Smash. So the theory was like the closer you can get to the black hole, the shorter the route is.
Okay.
So and that could technically make the Kessel Run make sense. So he's like, well, I did 12 parsecs, and people are like, oh wow, really?
It's like, really? Because this Kessel Run is actually 3,000 parsecs long.
Yeah. So
It's a black
Okay.
holes.
I think he's gonna
Boba
have.
Fett makes a cameo.
I think they're saving Boba Fett for his own movie.
I really hope they don't do that.
I
Well, you
think
know
they're
what?
gonna-
He's already fucked up. Like I
At
don't
this
even
point,
care
is
now.
he Boba, like Kid Boba?
Yeah.
Then yeah, he wouldn't make a cameo.
Oh,
it would be
wait.
Jango Fett.
No, no, because this is after the Empire's been established, so it'd have to be Boba Fett.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how old Boba Fett is by the original trilogy though. You probably have to assume he and Han are probably similar ages. Right?
Well,
Well, he was at the Sarlacc pit, and he was all fucking
in
grown up.
Attack of the Clones. That takes because Revenge of the Sith takes like how many years after Attack of the Clones, and then
No idea.
The only question you really need to answer is how long is New Hope after Revenge of the Sith?
so it's like
And
probably
that's
30
about,
years, 40 years,
That's about 18 years.
18 only.
Luke was 19 at the beginning of New Hope,
Oh yeah.
so yes.
Well, shit.
And they'll have to explain why Han in New Hope is like, nah, the Jedi are a myth.
Well, if you want to be fucking accurate about it, I
Yeah.
guess
So
it is.
Boba's probably a little less than 30 years old. We're gonna assume.
Yeah, Han
Okay.
is probably similar age.
Okay.
They have some pretty crazy looking bounty hunters. They look like the bad guys from Destiny.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking too. I was
Yeah,
like, this
I
looks
thought
like
it was
fucking
like a
Destiny movie.
Destiny, yeah. I was like, wait, what?
It looks like I don't remember what they're called, but
Bounty?
Yeah.
hunter?
I don't know if they'll touch on it because it wasn't as explicit as the Kessel Run thing, but they'll have to explain why Han thinks the Jedi are all like a stupid myth, considering he lived through that.
would he?
What do you mean?
Well, he's like what? He's clearly older than Luke in Episode 4, right?
Uh-huh.
So we guessing like late 20s? Because if it's
You mean he lived through the war, essentially?
yeah.
But the thing is
But
that,
he'll
like,
be like maybe 9 years old.
how contained was that
Yeah, that
to the public?
they'll have to explain like something like that.
Because that's the whole thing, is that, like, when you think about the Jedi, like, there's one in how many thousands of people, probably?
It depends on where Han's supposed to be from, I think. Because if they're saying he's from like a side planet on Coruscant, and Coruscant was like the main place.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
in the entire galaxy, there's probably, like, 95% of it is probably like, yeah, these fucking space wizards don't exist. You guys are insane.
That's also a problem with the original movies, is they never really explain like scale whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
they
kind of
didn't-
just assumed it was, like, Earth and maybe a planet or two around it or some shit like that.
Yeah, or was it like the entire galaxy was embroiled in this? Because you'd assume there were outposts like all over the place that each had a
Yeah.
Jedi, and that's
That's the thing, is
Whatever
that
it
the
was.
Jedi are played up as, like, this police force, when really they're
That's
not
what I thought.
at all.
well, you know, if the Jedi were smart, they would have all just been constantly having sex.
Well, but
Well, I
that
mean-
leads to anger.
Angry sex.
Yeah.
It's the best
Okay.
kind.
Well, I mean,
Then at least the makeup sex.
because being a Jedi is like hereditary.
Well, you know one thing too. Apparently, in Phantom Menace, that wasn't Mos Eisley they were on, which I was kind of pissed about.
That was
You mean Tatooine?
Well, but Mos Eisley is like
a cantina.
no. Mos
Or a
Eisley,
town, sorry.
yeah, it's a town in New Hope.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the same thing in Phantom Menace, but apparently it's not. That's why there's kids running around.
Well.
So there
Okay.
you go.
I didn't follow that at all.
But yeah, I didn't understand that either. Why were the Jedi like, oh, you can't have any attachments?
They explained it.
They
in
did.
KOTOR. Because when you have feelings and stuff, then that's what gets you all angry.
Yeah, it's like the
Dark side.
fear of having that taken away makes you angry.
Yeah, but you can only train Jedis when they're kids, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, in theory.
So you
Basically,
don't show them love.
the Jedi Order just brainwashes kids into these, like, just robotic space wizard people
Well, because
that have this really weird, like, I don't even like.
Well, because
way
here's the
of
thing though,
living
it's like
type deal.
both Anakin and Luke were trained well past like, well, Luke more than Anakin, but both were trained past
and
that
Anakin
age.
turned into the fucking like Antichrist
And Luke became the savior of the galaxy.
But
Right.
with Luke too, I mean,
because
there wasn't
light
any
has
order
to match
anymore.
the darkness type deal.
Well, yeah, but that's it. So, but that just means that whole like bullshit of like, oh no, we can't train non-children.
Again,
to
I
be
think
Jedi.
it's just bad writing, and then people have to make some sort of lore up to go along with it.
So you agree that George Lucas is a dumb writer?
I said
But I
that
don't
last
know.
time. I said the universe is cool. I said he's a bad writer.
Yeah.
But also, they say like, oh, it's so rare to find a Jedi. But I mean, both.
Here's a
and-
planet of them.
Well, but it's a planet of them because they all like went there.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say Darth Vader had 2 kids, and both of those kids turned out to be Jedis, more or less.
Think of it like this. Think of it. It's like if the Tibetan monks were fighting some secret war against like some other secret empire, like let's say North Korea. I don't know. And we don't know shit about that. But technically, it's like this fucking crazy thing, and they're like space
Oh,
wizards.
I thought we were still talking about the hereditary thing.
No. But like if Tibetan
What,
monks
midichlorians?
were technically the
Yeah,
Jedi,
midichlorians.
and we just see them as like this group of like religious people, but really they're like fighting wars and shit that no one knows about. That's
Yeah.
basically what the Jedi are.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
I mean, I don't know. I just really want to belabor this point of that if the Jedi were just constantly having sex, they'd be popping out Jedi left and right.
Yeah.
We've had a lot more kids for that child army.
I bet they probably did. It's kind of like
Yoda just kept it on the down low. He's like, no, you can't have a relationship. They goes to the secret like sex chamber.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, hurry this up.
Master Yoda, like your meetings in 5. Give me 5 minutes.
Half Yoda, half human hybrid.
Oh, gross.
It's like, why does that
Just
kid
got
look like
slightly
Yoda?
just constantly,
Just kill me.
just constantly old. He gets born. He's like Benjamin Button, except he doesn't age and reverse it all.
God.
So anyway,
Yeah.
you're thinking the Kessel Run's explained, Chewbacca's life debt will be explained also.
I think Han will have an unnecessary love interest.
Who, Amelia Clark?
God, I hope not.
Probably.
You know she's gonna die in the movie, right?
I mean, most of these characters gotta die because they have to explain why they aren't hanging around.
And Woody Harrelson.
Yes, I think he's going to die.
I like Woody Harrelson as an actor.
Yeah, he's fun, but I still think he's going
I
to
liked
die.
him in Zombieland.
Zombieland 2.
Zombieland. Oh, really?
That's
oh yeah,
what they said.
announced it.
Well,
When?
they've announced it a lot, but they've...
But I mean, it's official now.
Yeah. I don't
Right?
think so.
No?
I think they're... I don't know. It's hard to follow.
I feel like Emma Stone's almost too big for it, but maybe not. I really liked her in La La Land.
Wait, what?
She was in La La Land.
Oh, I never saw it.
It was good.
I don't like musicals.
This is a musical for people who don't like musicals.
I don't buy it.
So I think... Yeah,
thought
I mean,
Emilia
most of...
Clarke dies.
Obviously, how Lando lost the Millennium Falcon will make sense.
What the fuck is an aluminum falcon?
Yeah.
Who says that?
The Emperor.
Oh. From watching, I was like, that wasn't the fucking movie.
That was Robot Chicken did a really good job. in that Star Wars
I missed
special.
that show.
It's still on.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of shows,
Wait, really?
quick,
Yeah.
Cartoon Network.
Well, Adult Swim, yeah.
Holy
for
shit.
reruns, not new episodes.
No, I'm pretty sure they're new episodes.
I thought they got like canceled like years
They,
ago.
they keep doing that at the end of every season where they make an episode where like, oh, this is why we got canceled.
Motherfucker.
I mean, maybe in the time, like, since I last saw it got canceled, but they did like a DC superhero special, I think 3 years ago.
Okay, that's a long enough time. That
Yeah, so it may have changed, but it was just them making fun of Aquaman, basically.
Okay.
You know, Matt Groening is starting this new show. I forget what it's called. I want to say it's called Disenchanted, but I don't think that's it.
Okay, what about my solo predictions?
Well, you keep derailing, so...
Well, he brought up Robot Chicken.
Let me finish this point real quick. So Matt Groening, he made Futurama, which I loved. He's making a new series that's like that, but it's set in a fantasy setting.
was Futurama not in a fantasy setting.
No, it was in a science
Oh,
But
I know what
sci-fi.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a picture for it. I can't
It
remember
looks-
the name of it.
I don't know what it is, but I hope it's good.
I can't wait to see the Disenchanted Futurama crossover that happens.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
That-
that should be good.
So excited. I didn't know
that-
that was him.
The most
Yeah.
like mind melting thing that ever happened was when they announced like, oh yeah, Simpsons and Family Guy's gonna do a crossover. I was like, wait, what?
Was that any good? It sounds like it was.
I never got
It
into
looks
The
like it could be
Simpsons. I didn't
stupid.
like it.
I mean, it was
I
pretty
liked it
stupid.
until season 6.
It was stupid, but it was one of those things of just like, well, I have to see this. Because there was like an extended fight sequence between Homer and, what's his name? Peter.
Huh.
Though I did
Tier.
really...
Was it done in their own animation
style?
style?
Yeah. They kept their own styles.
Huh.
I don't like it.
I feel like that's fucking with my head right now.
There was a joke I really enjoyed where it was they did like a cutaway as Peter and Homer in like their own separate planes, and then it's like Bob, the guy from Bob's Burgers, pops up. It's like, hey, and Homer's like, oh, why is this guy with us? And Peter's like, oh, we still gotta carry him. We tried to let Cleveland fly on his own, and look what happened. It shows Cleveland, and he's in his own plane. It's just crashing. And that was right when Cleveland show got canceled.
Yeah, that feels like.
Who gave him a show? He wasn't even that fucking funny.
Fox was like, hey,
Well,
Seth
it's
MacFarlane, give us
Fox
a new
executives are not the greatest decision makers.
Bob's Burgers is hilarious. I like that show.
show. So I think what else? I
Kessel
think you
Run.
might see where Han gets his like trademark pistol.
Okay.
He'll make some comment about it, about how it's like really cool, and he'll keep it.
It fits like a glove.
I'll always shoot first with this.
Okay.
It's gonna be some product placement on that thing.
Yeah. Probably.
Nike,
You'll
just do it.
see. I think he'll just make a match up to the Force Awakens. You'll see Chewie's bowcaster, and he'll be like, "Oh, can I try that thing?" And Chewie will be like, "Ah, no, get out of here." He's like, "Ah, man," because apparently Han got to use it for the very first time in Force Awakens.
Did they do the reshoots after The Last Jedi came out?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Because that was the whole thing. Is that this movie got a lot of reshoots that I heard.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because it went through a lot of direction.
Which is why
Oh, because they
like.
changed to Ron Howard, yeah.
But like I'm wondering if like The Last Jedi came out and they're like, oh wait, we could plug some of this stuff in as like callbacks or whatever.
Wait, it's still out this week? It's out tonight?
I think.
I
believe
Thursday. It's probably because it's probably a midnight release on like a Friday
Oh,
technically.
Yeah,
So. Yeah, it's solo this weekend. Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
because they would be. It'd be weird for them to release it next weekend when it's not the holiday and you get bigger returns.
That's true. Maybe I'll try to see it
True.
Sunday.
I'm seeing it Sunday.
So yeah, I think that's about it for my predictions.
Okay.
All right.
Well, there you go. We'll see. We'll give you a grade.
Okay. Something I'm also super excited for.
Uh,
It's not coming out till next year.
okay.
I'm really looking forward to
Here we go.
the Shazam movie.
Get the fuck out of my apartment.
You
Get the fuck out of
know,
here.
I was excited for Shazam. I'm not gonna say excited, but I was.
Is Shaq
intrigued.
coming back?
Oh, you're thinking of Kazam, not
God.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I thinking of?
Kazam.
Is it?
Wait, Kazam?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it was Shazam.
No.
That's Kazam.
What the fuck is Shazam?
Shazam is a DC superhero movie.
I don't care.
He's like Superman, but if you had a lightning bolt logo instead of.
He's like Superman but magic instead of natural
So
physical
Doctor
abilities.
Strange, Superman.
No, like his magical properties give him like super strength and stuff like that.
But I don't like the
I don't like
actor
it.
who plays him.
Who?
Chuck, right? No,
Chuck?
no.
No.
God
It's,
damn it.
No, he was in Quiet Place.
The Rock
Oh,
almost
John
played
Krasinski.
him.
Yeah, John Krasinski.
Okay, I'm interested again.
So the reason I'm looking forward to it is, as anyone who's seen like a recent DC movie can tell you, they're all very dark and sad.
And bad.
Well, Wonder Woman was really good.
You know, I
That's
watched Wonder
one.
Woman.
Yeah.
I feel like that movie
But-
was so overrated.
How
I
dare
really
you?
liked it.
I
It
don't
was
know.
even hyped up for me, and I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like.
I walked out of that movie
what's it?
wanting to be
Ramus
Wonder
Lupin in
Woman.
it.
Who?
The guy who plays Lupin in Harry Potter.
Oh,
he was
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Ares.
Yeah,
Wait, was Ares in the movie?
Yeah.
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 That I agree. That was a weird choice because they kept his face on like Ares. I'm like, he doesn't look
Yeah.
that intimidating to me.
And all I can picture is like, this is fucking the dark arts teacher. Like,
Did he turn
So,
evil?
was his name
in Harry
Remus?
Potter?
Remus.
Remus?
Lupin.
No.
Remus Lupin.
Was he a wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a werewolf.
fucking Lupin. I knew it. J.K.
I think he
Rowling.
was destined to have that. It's like you grow up, you're like, why is my last name Lupin?
Trust me, son. It all makes sense one
It's
day.
like, why am I
Yeah.
always locked away in full moons?
Yeah. Well, no, it's one of those things of like, it's like on the main villain of Jessica Jones season 1, like Kilgrave. It's like, well, with a name like Kilgrave, like your career options are sort of set for you.
See, that's why I never really got into comics, is because the names were so awful.
Well, his name is Purple Man in the comics,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
but because he's purple.
It's even worse.
Well, he's still like insanely creepy and evil.
That's
His
like when you're
his first
insulting.
appearance-
That's like when you're insulting someone, and it's like, oh, he's from China. He's a Chinaman. Like,
Chinaman.
it's like you should be a little more
Wild
creative
West.
with your racism.
Well, no, he called himself that.
Oh.
Well, then he's stupid.
Yeah, but he also is like super creepy and like the first time in the comics he met Jessica Jones. He's like, "Hey, tell me your name." By the way, not your like stupid stripper superhero name, but your actual name. And then she says, "Oh, Jessica Jones." He's like, "Okay, strip," and she did it, and then he raped her.
What?
Yeah.
Jessica Jones?
Yes.
This is the show or the movie? Or I mean
Well,
the comic.
it's pretty heavily implied. No, sorry, not heavily implied. He did it in the show. It's just it's after that.
Okay.
Well, if you had mind powers that made anyone do whatever you wanted and you were a sociopath,
Give me your money.
he did that too.
Give me more of your money.
He went into an apartment and he said, "Hey, everyone, this is my apartment now. Get out." And they're like, "Okay."
Why didn't he do it to a house?
Oh yeah, that
He wanted a
I
nicer
did see
apartment.
that part, and then he tells the little girl to go to her room.
No, he tells her again in the closet,
Whatever.
and
Because
she's
he's
like,
gonna do
maybe that
something
was
bad
her
to her
room.
too.
"No." He's just like, "I don't like kids. Get in the closet." So I
He
don't
didn't say leave my house. He
That's
said
fair.
get in the closet.
because he still wanted the mom to like cook him food.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like Jessica Jones is one of those shows that like you go into it kind of like you're not really sure like what level it's gonna go, and then the very first flashback Jessica Jones has of like
He's banging Luke Cage.
no, it's the first flashback she has of Purple Man is she falls asleep on a train and you see David Tennant come up and just lick the entire side of her face, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be that type of thing.
Well, it's better than a dick just right on top of
Yeah.
it. Like,
David-
wakey.
David Tennant didn't agree to that. David Tennant said, "I don't know, guys. It's a bit much, don't you think?" But yeah, he's like super evil. He's a pretty horrific person.
Fuck.
Alright.
But anyways, because all DC movies are pretty like grim and sad and depressing and dark and
Where
shot
we at
in like a
time-wise?
weird filter.
Hour 30.
Okay.
We'll probably wrap it up.
And Aquaman is coming out this year, if you don't remember, because there's been like no marketing for it whatsoever.
Oh shit! I didn't even know they were making his own
Won't be
movie.
watching that.
Yeah, I won't be watching it.
I think they were just kind of making it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we forgot to put some stuff out."
It's like, oh shit,
It's,
did we
I
put
guess
the
it's
trailer out?
made. We gotta release it now, right?
It's coming out in November.
Right. That's far enough away.
Right after Venom.
That's far enough away where they have enough time to,
No,
to
but
promo
even
it.
with like Harry Potter's coming out in or the Fantastic Beasts is October, and they've already put out like 2 trailers for it, I think.
Yeah, Venom's coming out in October. It's already had 2 trailers.
So yeah, wait.
Well, I mean, did anyone think it was gonna be good anyways?
Aquaman?
Yeah.
No.
And exactly. They
But-
probably know that, and they're like, "Do we really need to make a trailer?" No.
Like, fuck,
So-
you should put the movie out.
So when they said they were doing Shazam,
Straight
I
to
was
video.
like, I was worried because Shazam's whole deal is
I
he's
was just thinking, it's like I had to come back and like, hey guys, just watch Octoman. It's like, what the fuck, that movie's out.
so Shazam's
$37.
Shazam's whole deal is he's like a 10-year-old kid, and he gets
Huh?
magical powers, and then it's like if you were
So it's big, but with magic.
yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a kid who says Shazam, and then he gets basically the powers of. It's not like the direct power of Superman, but he basically becomes like another Superman.
Can he fight Superman?
Yeah,
Like,
and he can
one-on-one?
he can beat the shit out of Superman.
Because
Oh,
Superman's weak to
shit.
magic.
Yeah, very specifically.
You do a card trick in front of him, he's fucking done.
Yeah, that's it.
Gives him a brain aneurysm. You go, da-na-na-na-na.
But yes, because he's very weak to magic. It was one of those
Interesting.
weaknesses they kind of threw in because like, well, we have to make fights compelling somehow. But
Okay.
So who's the villain in that?
Black Adam,
I don't know what the fuck.
Which is The Rock.
is it still him?
I heard he was still cast. Well,
Is it because he's black and his name is Adam?
I don't think Rock is black.
He's close.
He's Hawaiian.
he's half black.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But no, Black Adam is from that era of superhero names where you're like you don't know I don't know where that name came.
You're not sure if it's racist or if it's like...
No, because he's Egyptian. But I don't know where the name Adam. His name isn't Adam either.
Maybe Adam.
I don't know where Black Adam came from.
I feel like it's one of those things back when this was created, black was an easy way of saying, oh, he's evil.
I mean, we talked about Black Goku earlier.
Goku
Sorry,
Black.
Goku Black, yeah. They're not going to say Black Goku in the dub.
All right.
Who knows why? Anyways, the reason I was worried about it is because, he's a 10-year-old kid. And if they want to do a movie about that, that's fine. But then I see Justice League and the rest of the DC universe. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want a child to be put through this. But so far of just some of the posters and backstage stuff I've seen is the costume's super bright. It's all very nice bright red and whites. The one billboard that John Krasinski kind of showed, it was possibly the first look, was just Shazam drinking a giant 20-ounce fountain drink, which is something you do, would be if you were suddenly adult. If you're a child or suddenly adult, you're like,
so
yes,
it's gonna be humorous then. It's gonna be one of those.
Well, it has to be if he's a 10-year-old child and suddenly an adult's body. And they did say there's
honestly, if it was a 10-year-old kid that got superpowers, he would just try and see boobs all day.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Well, they did say there's a call to Big in it actually, where he's turns into Shazam and he starts playing on the giant floor keyboards.
Smashes it.
No, I think he just.
If I was 10 and I had superpowers, I'd be fucking dresses down, dresses up. Here we go, and then I'd be giggling the entire time. It'd be very innocent, but everyone would be like, "He's doing
No, he's very clearly in the comics before puberty.
Well, that's no fun.
Well,
does he stay that age?
Well, I mean, it's comics, so yes.
So he's 10 for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, it's a sliding timeline.
Okay.
That's like how Punisher was in World War II in Vietnam and Iraq all over the course of the same lifetime. Okay.
Well, there we go. That was your recap on Shazam. What to expect. We're excited. Zach's very excited.
I am.
I don't care. I got Movie Pass though, so what the fuck?
That hyped me up a little bit for it because I had no idea what to expect, and now that it all kind of makes sense on why they made a movie, I'm like, all right, I'll see.
Yeah, once I see the trailer, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, that was episode 5 of Endgame Unclear. You can catch us at soundcloud.com/endgameunclear. Apple Podcasts, just search Endgame Unclear because I'm pretty sure we're the ones to pop up.
Can I promote a possible idea for an episode in the future?
Yeah, let's hear it.
We all pick a character and say why we secretly think they're really shitty people.
How
do you mean?
Character who?
Like how I said Goku is actually a really shitty person when you think about it.
Uh-huh.
And it's because he technically just cares about fighting, doesn't really pay attention to his family, doesn't provide for anyone, puts the earth in constant danger because he wants just a good fight.
Okay.
So you could pick Homer Simpson.
I mean, Homer's already kind of a shitty person just in general. But it's like Goku's oh, I'm the savior of your world. It's yeah, because you keep putting everyone in danger.
Keep blowing it up.
Yeah. So something like that. It's just idea.
All right, we'll put that on our
put it
idea
on the board.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see who you two brought to the table.
I'd have to definitely do some research on that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to... with my Star Wars thing, I had the whole week's worth of time to prepare for that. So that's why I had so much to say.
Jose's going to come back next week and be like, I think Harry Potter is actually a terrible person.
You can make the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun.
What did I pimp out anyway? Oh, yeah. Twitter, Endgame Unclear, and we have Instagram at Endgame Unclear also.
Have we done anything on Twitter?
Not since I uploaded 2 and 3, just because Twitter's a weird kind of social media platform, I feel like.
I feel like it's really toxic right now, too. I feel like it got worse.
I'm just not very good with it.
Just keep saying, here's our new episode.
Yeah, I'll just keep the Twitter one simple for now until hopefully we get more than 14 subscribers.
Until we
please
until
follow
one
us.
of us until one of us is embroiled in a controversy and we have to release an official statement.
If anyone has questions,
Rory,
leave us comments, follow us, so we can get better, please.
Yes, bring our social media foo up to par.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Good night.